It's the News 5 Sports High School Football Live pregame show with PJ Johnson and Casey Getz. The pregame show is sponsored by Brown Dental and Associates.
Our pregame show here at Abingdon and Union tonight. Kickoff about 30 minutes away. Big game here. Abingdon 6-2 on the season. PJ, Union 7-1.
Yeah, we've talked to both coaches, Casey. They're excited about this game. In some ways, it doesn't mean a whole lot when it comes down to playoffs because Abingdon is a 3A team where Union's a 2A team, but both teams would love to have that conference title.
Yeah, absolutely. Regular season-wise, if Abingdon wins tonight, they really control their destiny to win the conference title. If Union wins, there could be a three-way tie for those spots right there because Union lost to Ridgeview last week. Abingdon beat Ridgeview, so this is kind of the last of the game between these three teams, a little mini round robin here, and it's really the pressure's on Union to get this win. If they lose tonight, they're out any chance to win the regular season title, and it would go to Ridgeview and Union, Ridgeview and Abingdon win the tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated because, hey, we beat you, but you beat us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we'll let the power rankings work all out. Let's talk about this ball game because, for one thing's for sure, Union does not like to lose here in historic BULLITT Park.
No, last year they lost in the state semifinals to Appomattox, but before that they had a very long winning streak here at BULLITT Park. This is a tough place for opponents to come in. Abingdon has a tough task, and their coach Garrett Amberg, he was telling us earlier in the week during practice to motivate the players. They were playing one-hit wonder songs saying, you won last week, but can you go on the road to a hostile environment and win again? He's hoping that'll motivate his players. We'll see in about 3 hours whether it worked or not.
One thing, of course, we'll keep an eye on tonight is the weather. It's been kind of terrible this morning, but all afternoon it kind of dried up, and I think the field's in pretty good shape.
Since you have a job now and you're wanting to save for a car, we are going to Lee Bank today.
That was fast and easy. With cashback checking and direct deposit, I can start looking for my new dream car. Thanks, Mom.
Lee Bank World-Class Products Hometown Service.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Make it full of adventure. Make it versatile. Make it stylish. Make it safe. Make it RAV4. The 2018 Toyota RAV4 is built for the weekend escape. That's why it's the best-selling small SUV in America. And now, during the RAV4 clearance event, there's never been a better time to get a great deal on a new RAV4. Get $2,250 cash back or lease one for just $209 a month. Now, during the RAV4 clearance event, make it RAV4 today. Toyota, let's go places.
What can you find? Places to unwind, places you can share, and places just to, well, stand and stare. Maybe it's time for you to visit a very special place called I Knock.
Is your old heat pump dead? Is it costing you a lot of money to operate? Call Advanced Heating and Air and we will professionally install a new super efficient system today.
The brews Spooktacular is back at BULLITT Park Saturday, October 27th. The popular steak cook-off, costume contest, and inflatables, all fun for the family. 3 bands play throughout the day, so get down to BULLITT Park Saturday. Gates open at 2.
With work and school, I don't know when I will get to a bank.
I can do all my banking online anytime. You can open your own account online with Lee Bank.
That sounds great. I've got my phone with me, so I'm going to take care of that right now. Lee Bank World-Class Products Hometown Service.
To our pregame show brought to you by Brown Dental. Well, we're all got one eyes.
Going through the consolidation process, we knew coming in it was going to be a challenge for sure. Consolidating 2 of the biggest rivals in Southwest Virginia, and Appalachia High School and Powell Valley High School, and as a staff, we got together. Very fortunate to have guys from the Appalachia coaching staff and a couple of coaches from the Powell Valley staff. We came together, and we knew going in it was going to be tough. But if we could get the kids on the right page so that we can build the first year was going to be tough. We could build a program that was one of the most respected programs in Southwest Virginia. So we wanted to be like Richlands and compete at that level because they were the AA powerhouse, winning the state championship or playing in the state finals, and that's kind of the way we took our program, and you know, if it was two great communities, two great football communities have really helped in this process.
Coach, BULLITT Park is so legendary. The Jones boys, Julius and Thomas, played at BULLITT Park. It truly is a home field advantage for you, isn't it?
I tell you, it's special getting on that bus and coming in before kickoff and getting the police escorts. And not only it's, I think the whole community's bought into it with, you know, the town of Appalachia, the town of Big Stone Gap. Everybody's bought into it. Everybody's there supporting the kids, and I think that's big. When you got community sport and the guys see that, and we show up, you know, especially in the playoffs every on Saturdays or Friday night for a playoff game, and they're doing running to the Bears, and everybody's talking about that, and that's pretty cool. I mean, that doesn't happen everywhere.
This senior class, did they want to make a point to prove that last year's senior class left a legacy, but they didn't want it to fall off and continue that legacy?
Yeah, coming in the off season, we met with our seniors, and they'll say, hey, we had a huge senior class. I think we graduated 22 kids last year, and a lot of them were three-year starters for us. And the seniors this year they just worked hard this summer, got in the weight room, did the 7-on-7s, competed in individual football camps across the state at Virginia Tech and Virginia, and just worked hard. And they wanted to continue the process. They didn't want to have that drop off. They don't want to be that senior class that's got that drop off where we're winning 8, 9, 10 games.
We've watched Abingdon play a few times, and when we've watched them, they're capable of hitting the big play. That makes them dangerous, doesn't it?
I'll tell you, Abingdon, very athletic. Got a quarterback he's a dual threat guy, throws the ball pretty well. He also runs their offense really well. They've got skilled backs and that can catch the football out of the backfield and hit the big play on the inside traps or inside zones. And one thing I've noticed about Abingdon is their offensive line. They're very physical up front, and this will be one of the biggest, besides Morristown West, this will be probably the second biggest offensive line we play this year.
With the playoffs right around the corner, how important is the game against a 3A school in Abingdon to maybe one last dress rehearsal before? Because there's some pretty good teams there in Class 2 that you're going to be facing in the playoffs.
Playing a tough team like Abingdon this late in the year, it's very beneficial for us. They will definitely show where your weaknesses are and what you need to work on to get ready for the playoffs. And hopefully in our region D, you got teams like Richlands, Graham, Ridgeview, Virginia High's right there knocking on the door. Those guys, they're going to be tough opponents in the playoffs. So in our region, I think it's very physical, very tough football.
You played for your father, and now Bailey plays for you. Do you see in Bailey yourself from years ago?
Yeah, a lot. I'm not as hard as my dad was on me.
There was only one time.
Oh yeah, you got that right. But yeah, I see a lot of myself in him, and the way he runs the offense, his leadership. And on me and my wife, we've talked about this for a couple of years now, and they're going to enjoy it. The season-ending injury he had last year, kind of going through that, and it was kind of devastating to our family and to him, and having him back out there, being able to go through his senior year and be able to play well, and I think it's going to be pretty special for everybody.
Now, on the other side, Garrett Ambergy, also, he's a first-year head coach for Abingdon. Imagine getting hired 2 days before practice starts. That's what happened with Garrett Ambergy. He got a call very late this summer. Coming back, he was an assistant at Abingdon. Now he's back as the head coach, and he's hit the ground running and hasn't looked back.
I got the job, was introduced on Tuesday, and we started practice on Thursday. So really, it's a credit to the assistant coaches I was able to bring in. They bought into our plan. Put that together, with 2 days' notice to get ready to go on Thursday. And it's been a seamless transition. It really has. Kids have picked up the terminology, and we talked to them about that we're never going to use that as an excuse. That's how football used to be played. You used to put in your offense on the first day of practice, and that's what we had to do. And it'll never be used as an excuse for us. They bought into that, and we were able to do some things terminology-wise to, accelerate their learning curve because I'd coached them before. But it's really a credit to our players. It's been such a seamless transition.
The game against Ridgeview obviously was very big. You know, they were undefeated coming into your place, but now because you won that game, the next game is even bigger now. You guys are playing for the conference title here. If you beat Union, you'll still control your destiny. You'd have one more game, but you don't own all the tiebreakers. So, I mean, as big as last week's game was, what's your message to the team knowing that this one now is even bigger?
You know, we're thrilled to be in this position, to be able to have a chance to contend for the district championship. And, you know, we used some things to try to motivate our players, and we told them before last week, we said, let's go win a district championship. Nobody thinks that you can do it. And really challenged them. Nobody thinks outside of this room that you can get it done. And then this week we're challenging them, saying, you know, we're playing one-hit wonder songs while they're working out, saying, are you a one-hit wonder? Can you go on the road and do it 2 weeks in a row and get it done? So our guys are embracing that challenge, and we'll be ready to go.
You've been getting a lot of national attention. You had a receiver on NBC Sports, and now you're going to be on prime time here in the Tri-Cities area. Are you ready for that primetime experience?
I'm just happy for our players. You know, they've worked so hard. I love seeing them getting some, you know, the limelight, and we're excited about this, getting to play on TV, and teams from around the region get to see us play. And I know our guys were watching Elizabeth and Greenville and getting to see those teams play. And it's an exciting time for Abingdon football.
Do you think you guys are playing your best football right now?
We do. Think we're playing our best football right now. You know, you want to peak right now and peak towards going to the playoffs. I really feel like the loss to Hidden Valley earlier in the year, it really galvanized our team. Sometimes, you know, a loss can be a good thing for you, and it really galvanized our team. Had a big team meeting on the Monday after. And I just feel like we've improved greatly since then, and that's a credit to our players and our senior leadership.
Really, on this team, it's your defense has been unsung, hasn't it?
You know, we feel good about our defense. We feel our front seven's as tough as anybody, and our secondaries really came on and making some plays as well. So we're happy with where we're at defensively.
Defensively, you're going to have a challenge. You know, Union, they do spread it out, but oftentimes they get that full house backfield, and they tell you we're going to run the ball, and they say good luck stopping it. I mean, is that front seven ready for that challenge?
It is a challenge. You don't see teams all the time. They'll go spread and then be in full house T. So that definitely changes some things for you defensively and presents some problems. It's kind of similar to what we do in a way. You know, we're a spread team, but we'll give you some power formation. So you know, I have some admiration for how Union plays football. So it'll be a great challenge.
As much as we joke about it, we really don't control the weather with Dave Dirks, although we would like to. And it sounds like it could be rainy on Friday night. Who does that favor?
Both teams have to play in it. I feel like, you know, those elements we can't control. I've talked to our team about, we're talking about this challenge of going on the road and playing at BULLITT Park, and the great fan base that they have. We know it's going to be an electric atmosphere, and all these things with the different district championship on the line. And then I said, let's throw some weather on top of it. I said, I wouldn't have it any other way. So hopefully we can go down there and get the job done.
Number 41, Nick Cooper.
Can you imagine taking a job that late and then ended up where they are now? It's an incredible story.
I really like what he said about never using it as an excuse. And back in the day, you installed the offense on the first day and off you went. I really like the attitude Garrett Amberg had with his team from the day he took over as head coach.
Yeah. Our pregame show, sponsored by Brown Dental, will continue right after this.
To celebrate Grand's 107th anniversary, we're giving you an extra $107 off, plus 2 years no interest. Get this 5-piece dining set for just $7.92, plus get a free matching bench. Celebrate and save at Grand Home Furnishings now.
Are you or a loved one not hearing as well as you used to?
At the Falls Plaza Hearing Center, we offer a 60-day no-risk trial on all of our hearing aids. With no fitting fees and a free hearing aid evaluation, you can try the world's most advanced hearing technology with no risk and simply decide for yourself.
Falls Plaza has been voted the most trusted hearing care center in the region. Simply put, we treat our patients like family.
So come see them for a 60-day, no-risk trial period.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Neck pain, headaches, numbness, all those aches and issues? At Booth Chiropractic Clinic, we take the pain away naturally. Call Booth Chiropractic Clinic, Abingdon's 2018 winner for Best Chiropractic Office. The starting quarterback of Basham Orthodontics is Dr. Deborah Basham, with over 20 years experience straightening teeth and play calling new smiles. Surrounded by professionals, Basham Orthodontics tackles teeth out of line. The defense Basham Orthodontics provides to their patients passes all tests. So rush on down to Basham Orthodontics, practicing orthodontics with a caring touch in 2 convenient locations, Abingdon and Bristol. Don't fumble! Score your free consultation today.
For 30 years, Red Oak Construction is a Southwest Virginia family business serving the area to build all types of constructions. If you have frozen pipes, water damage, fire damage, or storm problems, Red Oak is the name to remember. 800-441-3603.
Grand is celebrating 107 years of making sure you get the best night's sleep at the best price. That's why we offer the area's largest selection of mattresses, with prices starting as low as just $99. Only at Grand Home Furnishings.
Number 57, Mason Short.
Our pregame show continues. Our pregame sponsored by Brown Dental. Right now, it's senior night here in Big Stone Gap. Union High School honoring its seniors. And as you've been watching game night throughout the season, you probably noticed our sponsors, Food City and Champion Chevrolet, and we're glad to have Paxton right here. He's with the local Food City here in Big Stone Gap. Paxton, why don't you talk about what it's like to own a business or to run a business here in a community that thrives on high school athletics like Union High School?
Well, you know, we are extremely privileged to be able to operate in the town of Big Stone Gap. As I mentioned before, I don't know, I've worked in several other towns, and I have to say that here in Big Stone, there is such an overwhelming show of support for the kids, for the school programs. I think if you look at everything going on down here in Big Stone Gap, you look at state championship in golf, you look at, you know, the girls volleyball team, how well they're doing, you know, you look at the football program, the success that Coach Turner has had here. So, again, and that comes from the parents, that comes from the community, that comes from the faculty and the staff, all understanding the importance of bringing these kids together and putting out the best possible thing they can put out.
And right now we're showing you a great view of this beautiful ballpark, Bullitt Park, I should say. Sky 5, sponsored by Food City tonight, and Paxton Wright is here. Paxton, Food City does so much for the community and outreach in different ways, and we really appreciate you coming on board tonight to help bring this game, this live football game, to all Southwest Virginia and Northeast Tennessee.
Oh, thank you. We're glad to be here, and you know, Mr. Smith sends us out into these towns, and he wants us to give back, and that's what we do because it's the right thing. You know, we get a lot from our communities, and it's the least we can do to give back to them.
Well, again, I thank you for being here, and thanks, Steve. Next time you see him for me, all right?
Better believe it. Thank you.
All right. Our pregame show will continue live from Bullitt Park. Brought to you by Brown Dental right after this.
Friendship Ford of Bristol will beat any Ford deal by $1,000 guaranteed.
Comfortable.
Relaxing.
Professional.
Knowledgeable.
All descriptions of your Basham Orthodontic experience from a friendly, caring staff. Basham Orthodontics loves creating smiles and treating you like family. We use state-of-the-art equipment like the iTero Element Digital Imaging. No chalky molds of impressions allowed. Our wall of smiles shows the world how confident you can be after working with Basham Orthodontics. 2 convenient locations in Abingdon and Bristol. Orthodontics with a caring touch. The Mistletoe Market at Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center, November 2nd through 4th.
Love of beauty is taste. The creation of beauty is art. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee, the office of Dr. Gregory Pastrick, maintain the highest standards of quality and excellence. With years of experience, proven ability, and success, Dr. Pastrick provides his patients with guidance and treatment options to help you achieve the look you desire at any age. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee is the Tri-City's premier cosmetic facility.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Brace yourself, Union. Here come the Falcons. Go Falcons!
It If there's a prettier sight in the world, I don't know where it would be. You're looking live at Big Stone Gap and the beautiful BULLITT Park, the home of Union, where Union will be hosting Abingdon tonight. Sky 5 brought to you by Food City. I'm PJ Johnson along with Casey Getz. You're watching the pregame show as we get ready to do some live football, Casey, and that is just a gorgeous, gorgeous shot of this stadium and lots of folks here tonight.
It is senior night for the Union Bears, and just a moment ago, the quarterback Bailey Turner, Coach Travis Turner's son, just was called out, and it's really fitting. A year ago, didn't know if Bailey would be in this game. He had a really serious knee injury last year, and being a senior now, this is his final regular season home game at BULLITT Park. It means a little extra special for him tonight for all he went through. News 5's Heather Williams sat down with Bailey Turner.
2017 was supposed to be the Union Bears' year. It was supposed to be a big year for then junior quarterback Bailey Turner. But all that changed in one play in a Week 2 game against Richlands.
At the time, I didn't think nothing of it. There was a twist and a pop, and I was like, I couldn't get up, so I was like, when I got help, I thought it was just a sprain. But we went to the doctor later that day and later that week, and it was a lot worse than what we thought.
Out for the season, Turner's goal changed from getting to a state championship to just getting back on the field.
Therapy is a lot worse than the injury itself. It hurts, and it's an everyday process.
Turner returned in time for the start of the 2018 season, lining up at quarterback for the Bears in the season opener against J.I. Burton. But he still had questions in his head.
My therapist and doctor talked me through it. They told me what it was going to be like. He said, I know you're going to think about it, but the best thing to do is just get out there and play and not worry about it. And after the first possession of the first series, I was ready.
And he never looked back, leading the Bears to a 7-1 record so far this season. In Big Stone Gap, Heather Williams.
The fact that everybody thought we were going to be down they had a lot of motivation to it.
News 5, WCYB.
Certainly a very cool moment, and you know Bailey Turner wants to play an amazing game, his last regular season game here at BULLITT Park.
How can you not root for that kid, right? All right, we'll continue with more of our pregame show right after this.
The Mistletoe Market at Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center, November 2nd through 4th.
My man, Mike.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Our daughter loves her new Honda, so I'm here to look at the Accord.
Excellent. The Accord LX comes standard with a turbocharged engine and our full suite of Honda sensing safety and driver assist technologies.
2018 North American Car of the Year?
Yes, the Accord is voted best in innovation, design, and value.
That settles it. I'll take it.
You're gonna share it, right?
Come in to test drive the Honda Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
News 5 on Fox at 10 is the Tri-Cities' only local newscast at 10 o'clock. The news of the day doesn't end at sundown. Being first at 10 actually puts us in a unique position to report the latest on developing stories and breaking news and weather. Each night, we begin by brainstorming to see what was important today and what can help you be ready for tomorrow.
Then we work with our team of producers, reporters, photographers, and editors to bring you news that goes beyond what you can get on your phone by telling important stories that affect your life.
Through the evening, I'm watching the latest radar and forecast models to give you a first look at the weather we're tracking overnight and find out what to expect when you wake up.
Before the show, we do Facebook Lives to update you and let you know what we'll be reporting on later that night.
As 10 p.m. approaches, our production crew pulls together the technical side as we prepare to bring you the last word on the day.
And then we add the final crucial element that drives everything we do, you.
The most important news of the day comes first on News 5 on Fox at 10.
Friendship Ford of Bristol will beat any Ford deal by $1,000 guaranteed.
Brace yourself, Union. Here come the Falcons. Go Falcons!
Papaton's Cantina is serving up Southwestern and Latin-style street food Tuesday through Sunday. Join us for Tuesday Taco Madness or Wet Burrito Wednesday. Like us on Facebook to keep up with our daily specials. Papaton's Cantina, 924 East Main Street, Abingdon, Virginia.
Welcome back to our pregame show brought to you by Brown Dental. You know, we live in an entirely different world now, and for high school kids, their world's all about social media. And for a local youngster, his social media world exploded, Casey.
All thanks to our Heather Williams. Holt Dotson, wide receiver at Abingdon, last week made a catch that bounced off his helmet, came down with it. Heather Williams caught it, put it on social media, and it took off from there, ending up on Sunday Night Football. We caught up with Holt Dotson earlier this week to talk about the catch and the week that was.
It bounced up in the air and came down and hit my helmet, and I heard like everybody kind of go quiet, and I didn't hear a whistle, so I was like, well, the ball's got to be somewhere, and then I just kind of looked around and it fell right in my hand.
What was going through your mind?
Run. I tried to get to the end zone as best I could, but that guy, he was pretty fast, and he caught me pretty easily, I guess.
Was that aggravating after you make this crazy catch that somebody catches you and throws you out of bounds?
I mean, it was a little bit. I was kind of like, man, I wish I could have scored, but it was a crazy play, and I probably wouldn't change it.
You notice the NBC people, they cut it off, so everybody in America thinks you scored, except for the people that live here.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that better.
At first, did you realize like how crazy of a play that was, or is that something you had to see later on social media before you kind of understood the real depth of it? I
came back to the sidelines, and everybody came up to me and was saying that's going to be on SportsCenter and all this. And at first, I was like, no, it's probably like that's just a joke or whatever. And then I get home and I looked and saw where Heather Williams posted on Twitter, and I looked at the comments, and SportsCenter commented and said, do we have permission to use this video? And I was like, oh gosh, like it's real now, I guess.
Have you peaked now as a senior? You can never top this?
I didn't want to peak in high school, but I guess I did. I went to the North Carolina State Fair in Raleigh, and we were showing people, and it was crazy. And they were like, dang, like the reactions of people were just insane. I never thought I'd see myself on TV on a Sunday night football game.
Did you have a party? Did you have a bunch of people around waiting to see this?
Oh, no, I was just sitting in my room, and one of the players, Tyler Harless, texted me. He's a sophomore, and he said, they just showed a piece of your catch and said it's coming up after the break. And I quickly ran in there and turned on the Chiefs game and watched it happen.
Casting this game live on CW.
All right, so Holt Dotson, the star, going to be hard-pressed for him to top what he did last week. Tonight, if he does, though, he'll be all over social media. He knows how to act now.
He does know how to act now. We'll have some final thoughts as we get ready to kick it off between Union and Abingdon right after this.
JJ's Restaurant and Sports Bar, a great place to catch the game with friends or catch up with family. Got a corporate event or family function? JJ's offers full-service catering. Open 7 days a week. Like us on Facebook for daily specials. JJ's Restaurant and Sports Bar, 115 Charwood Drive, Abingdon, Virginia.
Friendship Ford of Bristol will beat any Ford deal by $1,000 guaranteed.
Grand's commitment to giving you the best home furnishings at the best prices will never end. But our big 107th anniversary sale ends Monday. Last chance to save up to 60% store-wide and take an extra $107 off. Plus 2 years, no interest. Final days to get this 3-piece bedroom for only $542, just $23 a month. Or this 3-piece sectional for just $21.92 at $92 a month. Hurry. Grand Home Furnishings 107th anniversary sale ends Monday.
The Mistletoe Market at Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center, November 2nd through 4th.
Dr. Pastrick and the staff of the Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee would like to honor the memory of those who have lost the fight with breast cancer, as well as the survivors and those currently battling breast cancer. In the month of October, all cosmetic breast consultations are complimentary. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Pastrick to explore current options in breast enhancement surgery. For patients who have had breast implant surgery, we will make sure you are up to date with your screening, mammograms, and clinical exam.
Brace yourself, Union. Here come the Falcons. Go Falcons!
We're saving you money during truck month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
You're watching the Tri-Cities CW.
It's News 5 Sports High School Football Live with hosts P.J. Johnson and Casey Getz. Tonight, it's the Abingdon Falcons versus the Union Bears. High School Football Live on Tri-City CW is sponsored by Food City and Champion Chevrolet.
With the silver letters, which means it's probably going to be kind of hard to pick up those numbers, Case.
Oh, yeah. Coach Amberg, he warned us that. We met with him earlier in the week. He said, guys, I apologize in advance. The white jerseys, silver numbers, he said, was not my idea, but we'll roll with it tonight and do the best we can, certainly.
So they're trying to get the photographers off the field now. Both teams will huddle up, and then we'll have a kickoff. Big game tonight, Mountain 7 Conference. Both teams want to look to really get off to a good start tonight. And, of course, once this rain stops, our Sky 5 drone will be back up in the sky. and we'll give you some unique views of this beautiful ballpark. BULLITT Park, historic here. The great Powell Valley teams that played here, led by Thomas Jones, Julius Jones, Brad Robbins. You go all the way back through the history of high school football in Southwest Virginia. When you talk about big games, a lot of those were played right here on this field. So we look for Union to come out in their traditional set. Their quarterback, Bailey Turner, is their field general, and he's a coach's kid. Doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, Casey, because I guess if you make mistakes, you have to hear about it all night, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, we had a great story with him on the pregame show with Bailey Turner. He tore his ACL in the second game last year, worked hard to get back for his senior season, and so far he is back.
So we're getting ready for the opening kickoff. Union will receive. And Abingdon is getting ready to kick it. That will be Graham Griffith, their kicker. He'll put it up on the 40 and try to kick it out. Now, remember, in high school football, if the ball goes in the end zone, you're not allowed to take it out. I guess it's a safety measure that they took, I guess, I don't know, a few years ago and instituted this new rule. It's probably a rule that some kick returners don't like a whole lot because they want to return the ball. But we'll see what Mr. Griffith's got in the toe here. Avery Jenkins back deep for Union, but the kick is going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard lines. Of course, that's a penalty, and so Union will get good field position after a bad kick from the Abingdon Falcons.
Avery Jenkins, a dynamic athlete for Union. That was definitely a kick to try and keep the ball out of his hands, kicking it out of bounds, and then we'll see where they spot it. It's usually at the 35-yard line, and that's where Union will start their first possession of the game here, PJ.
And again, Union will probably come out in a spread formation, but they can do a lot of things from this spread, and that includes running the ball in a power form. Avery Jenkins, a speedster, but Mason Poulier is another guy that can really move, but he moves it with strength. Big, strong fullback. It'll be a straight handoff. Big hole for Union. And that looked like William Sizemore making the tackle there for the Falcons. And that was Aaron Stedham getting the handoff and taking it off the left tackle for the Union Bears.
Nice gain there on first down for Union of 7. When it's 2nd and 3, the entire playbook is open for Coach Turner and the offensive staff here at Union. This is an offensive play caller's dream.
Once again, we'd like to thank the good folks at HMG Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partners for life. They'll be keeping the score for us tonight on the old scoreboard. From the spread, it's Turner. Another straight handoff. A hit in the backfield by a host of Falcons. Some good defense there. There's that defense that the coach was talking about, Case.
Yeah, I think Brian Burke was all over in that backfield there for Abingdon, and that was a big play there for the Falcons on 2nd and short. With that, actually lost some yards, so now it's going to be about 3rd and 4 for Union.
Now, when Union throws the ball, they've got a couple of options. Justin Phelan's out there at wide receiver. The tight end, Nick Grant, is out there as well. So he's got some targets, and we've seen Turner throw the ball. They don't throw it a lot, but when he does throw, he's pretty accurate.
Yeah, Union's throwing for about 125 yards a game, and they've started every play so far here in the shotgun.
Turner with the option, he drops it, and Union will just have to fall on the ball. We talked about that rain. That was evident of the ball being a little slippery there because it went right through his hands.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame showing off the top here in this weather conditions. It's hard to simulate that. You know, the college NFL level, they'll practice dunking the ball in the water. I don't know if they get down to that at the high school level here, but certainly the good thing for Union, they fell on it, and so they can punt the ball away here.
Justin Phelan is their punter. Or no, usually it's River Carter. No, I'm sorry. River Carter back deep to return it. Carter, a speedster for Abingdon. So Phelan will wait for the snap. And the snap is low. Phelan will fumble it. Abingdon's all over it. Big tackle about the 11-yard line. A huge mistake by Union. And that was T.J. Taylor jumping all over the punter.
Yeah, it's a poor snap there. And Union, their special teams letting them down here early on the bad snap. And now Abingdon in prime field position at the Union 15-yard line. And we'll see Gabe Booth and his Abingdon offense. They could not ask for better field position for their first possession.
So Booth has a lot of weapons here. His wide receivers, Tyler Thayer. River Carter is also in there as wide receiver. Sam Holt Dotson, the kid that we profiled in the pregame show, number 80, is also a target. Booth can also run it. Very versatile Abingdon offense. Abingdon in the white jerseys. That's Booth with a straight handoff to his fullback, and he's met by a host of Bears.
Good luck running the ball against Union right up the middle with big Brandon Bunch in the middle. He is a load inside, and Abingdon's offensive line is going to have to try and contain him and use leverage on him as much as possible. You cannot run right at number 56 for Union.
Travis Turner telling us that Brandon Bunch getting some looks from some local colleges. He is a player. So it'll be second down for Gabe Booth and the Falcons. Great field position, trying to capitalize on a break. That's Booth with a wide handout. And he, again, has nowhere to go. Big tackle by Mason Ollier. We talked to the Mama Bear tonight. And we want to thank our good golfing buddy, Chad Napier, for giving us the pronunciation. He said, do not mess up this kid's name.
And there's a flag on the play. There's holding on Abingdon. And a little interesting to see here what Travis Turner decides to do. I mean, they stopped them for no gain. So you will be looking at a 3rd and 11, or you can send them back and make it about 3rd and 23 or so. And I think that they're looking over to the sidelines wondering what they want to do right now. If they want to accept the penalty or if they want to take it. There's a conversation between the players and the coaching staff. A little indecision on what they want to do here, PJ.
Well, one thing that you want to consider is Abingdon's got a pretty good kicker. Griffith's got some range, so take him out as far as you can so you get out of his field goal range. That might save you 3 points. And I think that's the decision that Travis Turner's going with. So it'll be second down at about a half mile as Abingdon trying to capitalize on an early turnover by the Bears with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the first quarter.
The rain continuing to fall. I would say it's more of a steady mist right now here at BULLITT Park.
Booth in the shotgun. Going out to his wide receiver. That's Dotson out there, I believe. No. It is hard to get these numbers because they all kind of get melded together here. Wide receiver for a good gain there, but now still 3rd down and long.
As Bryce Garant on the stop for Union, and now if you're the Union defense here, you have to consider this a win so far on the drive. You forced Abingdon into a penalty. Now it's 3rd and 17. We'll see if Union wants to bring some pressure here.
If it is, it'll be Brandon Bunch coming up the middle. So Booth's going to roll out. He's got a target. Throws it out there. Diving try, incomplete. And so it's going to be 4th down.
Now they're going to bring out, try a field goal here. Ball's on the 22-yard line, so you'll be looking at a 39-yard field goal in some rain. Abingdon's going to give it a shot. Of course, last week they had a field goal late in regulation to send that Ridgeview game to overtime.
Let's see what they're going to do here. We'll put it down. Graham Griffith, your kicker. Yeah, almost a 40-yard field goal here. Got a 39-yard field goal attempt. We've already had one problem with the snap. Snap's good, holds good, kicks up, and it is good. What a boot right through the uprights. It's 3-0 Abingdon. You are watching high school football live on News 5.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Welcome back to BULLITT Park, everyone. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter, and Abingdon strikes first, capitalizing on a turnover by the Union Bears. A big fumble deep in their own territory when the punter could not handle a snap. So Abingdon held to a field goal, but what a field goal it was, Casey. He really made that by a few yards to spare.
Yeah, Graham Griffith, 39-yard field goal in these conditions, and that would have been good maybe from about up to 45 yards, I would say. That was a great kick there by Griffith.
And there's a long kick that'll be returned. And it's Union Speedster on the corner getting a break. He's got one man to beat. Oh, he's taken down. And that was number 20 there, the Speedster, Avery Jenkins of Union. with a great return, and one guy, Casey, and he's gone.
And that's why that first kickoff, they kicked it out of bounds, gave the ball at the 35-yard line. Now with that return there from Jenkins, Union going to start at their own 44-yard line. So some great field position. We'll take a look here on the Sounds Hearing Center instant replay. Avery Jenkins had a nice crease right there, and then just the speed to make a couple guys miss. And Abingdon wisely using the sideline to their advantage to run him out of bounds.
So Bailey Turner this time under center. They're in the old T formation, power running, and that'll be a handoff on the left side, a couple of men to beat. No going there as it's Arian Stedham with a short gain for the Union Bears.
And we did talk with Coach Travis Turner, and he mentioned that they will run out of the shotgun, and they will also, no problem in the wing T. We saw exclusive shotgun on the first series, and now the second series first play with the wing T. I would not be surprised if they stuck with the wing T for a majority of this drive, just to give Abingdon's defense a different look.
Look for Poulier to get some carries here up the middle, a big strong fullback. And here we go, right up. That's Stedham again getting the handoff for another couple of yards. So it's going to be a third down and, what do you say, about 4.5 yards, Case?
Yeah, and really, you know, when Union lines up in this formation, they're making no secret about what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball probably about 90% of the time out of this formation. Abingdon's defensive line, after the challenge, they're going to have to stop them here 3rd and 3. Union can run it here again and get a first down if they continue to do what they did, getting 3-4 yards a pop.
So Bailey Turner still under center. The old T. Power coming off. Big handoff. We're going to be close to a first down. Dylan Hale comes in at number 71 to make that tackle.
Looks like he's just a little bit short. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard here. And I would expect Union on the Abingdon side of the field, they're going to go for this, I would believe.
Poulier on the carry there, getting them close. I think they are going to go for it since they're past the 50. Good shot of what that offense is facing here. Big defensive front for Abingdon. Little motion. Straight handoff. Stedham hitting the backfield. He is going to be short, I believe, Case.
It looks like the referee on the far side of the field has it maybe as short. I would expect them to probably bring the chains in just to check. It's going to be really close.
Jake Crosswhite there on the tackle.
And they're going to come out and measure. This is going to be really interesting to see where this spot ends up.
You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand-cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Well, Casey, you were dead on. Abingdon Falcons hold on defense, about a half-yard short.
And that is a big, big play there for Abingdon again. Union, you know, they were getting about 3-4 yards of play there, 4th and as less than a yard. But Abingdon's defense kept them short. So once again, Abingdon, great starting field position. The first drive, they started on the Union 15, PJ. This one, they're going to start at their own 46-yard line for Gabe Booth and company.
So Booth talking to his offense here. We'll see what they've got up their hat, under their skin, as it's Booth and his get back in the shotgun again. It'll be Booth with a good handoff to his running back off over the right side with a good gain. That was River Carter, I believe. And Brandon Bunch again on that tackle for Union.
So far, Abingdon, you know, they did try to throw the ball a couple times on their last drive when they got penalized behind the sticks. And but on the ground game, they're with Martin Lucas. And we'll see Abingdon trying to go a little hurry up right here to pick the tempo up.
It's Booth, another handoff straight. A host of Bears there. And a decent game, but it's going to be 3rd down and long. C.J. Jones leading the attack for the defense.
And again, that was Martin Lucas on the carry. Looks like we have a player down for Abingdon.
We got an official's timeout, so we'll take a break. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
We're saving you money during truck month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
All right, we are back here at BULLITT Park. It is...
All right, welcome back to BULLITT Park, everyone. Martin Lucas leading the Abingdon Falcons there with some really good yardage, but we've got a third down. We had a player injured, but he looks like to be okay, and it was Dylan Hale getting looked at. So again, we've got Gabe Booth in the backfield, empty backfield. Booth going up top. He's got a man out there. And it's going to be incomplete. Is that River Carter, I believe, out there? Noah Garrison on the defense, and good defense there by the Union Bears.
Really, really nice play by Noah Garrison. Take a look here on the replay. Garrison was trailing a little bit by the receiver, but he did not give up on the play. And then watch the hand coming right there to knock the ball away. Great job by Noah Garrison to recover and break up the pass and save a big play there from the Abingdon offense. Now Abingdon's going to have to punt the ball on 4th and 6.
Our instant replay brought to you by Sounds Hearing Centers tonight. So Abingdon will punt the ball from the 50-yard line. River Carter, the punter, puts it high. Jenkins will take it, and he's immediately hit by Sean Canada there with nice tackle. And once again, Union will have the ball deep in its own territory.
Great special teams there by the Abingdon punt coverage team. Canada all over making the tackle, and that was a little risky trying to field that and then also make a move here.
On the replay, Casey, look at how close it is. He doesn't call fair catch, but really good play to make sure you don't interfere with that catch and get a penalty.
Yeah, Avery Jenkins wanting any chance he can get the ball in his hands, he's going to take it and try and make a big play, but good job to hold on to it. And also Canada, as you mentioned, not to hit him before he caught the ball.
38-yard punt there for the Falcons. So it's first down. We'll pitch it out to the speedster. That's Jenkins out there looking for some real estate. Instead, he gets a whole bunch of Falcons.
Well, that Abingdon defense, they can fly. TJ Taylor going sideline to sideline, helping on the stop, and really impressed here with the Abingdon defense and their ability to shut down the Union running game so far. If that continues, Union may have to try and throw the ball a little more than they would like to.
It does look like the rain is letting up a little, more of a mist right now, so hopefully it'll all be gone soon.
This is the third possession of the game for Union and their worst starting field position by far.
That's a hit in the backfield. Abingdon's defense, their defensive line, Casey, looks to be winning the battle. They're getting a lot of penetration, a lot of hits in the backfield.
Yeah, for Abingdon, I mean, if you can get back there and, I mean, you're stopping these guys, no gain, losing a yard or two. Now, if you're the Abingdon defense, you have Union in a 3rd and 12, a clearly obvious passing situation this far back. The thing now, if you're Bailey Turner and Union, you don't want to try and force anything here. If it's not there, you know, you play the field position game. You don't have to force it just because it's 3rd and 12. Still plenty of time left as we approach 3:45 left here in the first quarter.
So it's Turner under center. Another T formation. Power formation. Ball's loose. Abingdon's on it. Do they have it? They do have it. They come up with a great field position. They'll have it around the 11, 12-yard line. It'll be first down Falcons.
Yeah, that was Alex Mullins coming up with the fumble recovery for Abingdon again. The second time Turner unable to hold on to the ball. The wet conditions definitely hurting Union so far, and Alvin Mullins comes up with a fumble recovery for Abingdon. Once again, Abingdon, the second time, PJ, they're starting a drive inside the Union 20-yard line.
Some great camera work there by Keith Roberts. And just as I say, the rain's about over, it starts pouring it again with Abingdon taking it over. First down, Gabe Booth with Martin Lucas in the backfield, along with Graham Griffith. There's a big hole over there for Abingdon.
That was William Seymour running the ball for Abingdon. Martin Lucas not getting the carry there. William Seymour. Nice gain on first down for Abingdon. Set up a 2nd and 7 from the 12.
Booth back in the shotgun. Spins. Touchdown. Falcons have scored again.
William Seymour 12-yard touchdown run.
That was a terrific run. Seymour got a great block, and then with the spin move was able to work his way into the end zone. Look at this replay, Case.
Yeah, the Sounds Hearing Center replay. Little spin move right there at the 5-yard line, and in for William Seymour, his first 2 carries of the game, and 2 really good ones there going in for the touchdown. Makes it 9-0 Abingdon. Graham Griffin now in to try and make it 10-0 Falcons.
This time the kick is blocked. So it'll be a 9-0 score with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. So, Casey, obviously the weather coming into play like we thought.
Yeah, that was C.J. Jones on the blocked extra point. We'll take another look at here. Number 44 right up the middle. Of course, in high school, you cannot return it like you can in the NFL if you block an extra point. So C.J. Jones with a blocked extra point. Abingdon leads 9-0. But the stories you mentioned, PJ, Union so far 2 fumbles. And they also had the bad, they did recover the 1 fumble, but then they had the bad snap on the punt, which allowed Abingdon a great field position. So Abingdon really taking advantage of the mistakes by Union, and Union so far being their own worst enemy, unable to take control of the ball.
And William Seymour with a couple of runs there, and the touchdown run with really some second effort on Seymour's part. Got a good block, but then it was up to Seymour to spin off of it and score the touchdown, which is what he did. So Abingdon here on the road had jumped on Union 9-0 thanks to 2 early turnovers by the Bears. So unlike a Travis Turner team.
You know, last week when Abingdon beat Ridgeview, they were up early in that one, allowed Ridgeview to get back into the game, but then Abingdon came back to force overtime. So Abingdon was in this position last week. They let their opponent get back into the game for a little bit. We'll see if they can avoid doing that this week.
That's Griffith with a deep kick, and again trying to kick it away from the speedster, which is what he does, and it'll go out of the end zone. So it'll be Abingdon taking over, I should say, it'll be Union taking over on the 20-yard line.
Clearly, the prerogative is to not let Avery Jenkins touch that ball on the kickoff. The first kickoff went out of bounds. They got it to 35. The second one, they kicked it right to him, and he returned it all the way out to the 45. And this one, Griffith put that in the corner, and it bounced into the end zone and out. So Union will start this drive at the 20. So that's a nice job there by Griffith to not allow him to return it, but also not to kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, Jenkins is one of those guys that's so fast, he can turn out the light and be in bed before it gets dark. So he is a quick one. It'll be Bailey Turner again, and this time back in the shotgun with Poulier in there as a fullback, getting the carry for a couple of yards.
Once again, Union being consistent. They are sticking with that ground game. Poulier right up the middle, trying to challenge the Abingdon defense. And the one thing Union does, they will stay with this. They're a very patient team, and they really believe over 4 quarters, their line will be able to wear you down. And we'll see, though, if Abingdon, they got some big boys on their side of the defensive front there. So it'll be a good challenge, good test to see if they can withstand this for 4 quarters.
2 minutes and 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Turner in the shotgun. Again, it's Poulier. This time he's hit by a couple of Falcons in the backfield. And the defensive line for Abingdon is really playing well, getting a lot of penetration.
They really are. I mean, with that time, whenever Poulier had the ball, there was 3 Abingdon defenders just waiting for him right there. I know the offensive linemen, they're trying to get to the second level there, get rid of their first blocks and try and open some holes further down, but they're not really finishing those first blocks. So the linemen for Abingdon are just right there waiting for the running backs. You know, last time Union had a 3rd and long, they tried to run the ball and they fumbled. We'll see here on 3rd and 7, do they go to the air? They have not done that yet.
Travis Turner talked about his son and how heartbreaking it was last year for Bailey to miss most of the season with that bad knee. But it's Bailey going to the air for a completion. That'll be a first down.
Very nice throw there and a nice catch there by Noah Garrison. That's exactly what Union needed, a first down to move the sticks, and a really nice throw in these conditions on 3rd and long by Turner to Garrison.
You have to wonder the connection between a coach and his quarterback. And when it's father-son, you get completions like this. It's kind of like a coach on the field.
And the one thing I liked about that was that ball was thrown before Garrison was out of his break. When Bailey Turner did not wait until Garrison was open. He threw it trusting his receiver would be there. Really nice throw by Bailey Turner.
First down for the Bears. Again from the shotgun, Bailey Turner. He'll throw it, the old Green Bay sweep. He's got some yardage. But it's another good defensive play by the Bears. T.J. Taylor coming from his linebacker spot to make that tackle.
1 minute, 25 seconds left here in the first quarter, and so far, story of the game, turnovers by Union, and Abingdon's defense has been awesome here so far, really shutting down. They stopped Union on a 4th and less than a yard right near midfield. And their Union, I think their longest run of the game so far has been about 6 yards.
Certainly. Another second down and long. Turner. With a quick handoff.
Fumble.
Ball's loose. That was Aaron Stedham there, and he lost the ball.
That was Brian Burke coming up with the recovery, number 21 for Abingdon. That's the 3rd fumble for Union here in the first quarter. Brian Burke coming up with the recovery for Abingdon. Take another look here.
All right, pops out. You can see it clearly pop out. Clearly was a fumble.
He has Aaron Stidham on the carry, and Abingdon once again says thank you very much, and they're going to start this drive at the Union 35-yard line. Less than a minute left in the first quarter, and Union really having trouble holding on to the football, PJ.
Can Abingdon capitalize again? 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. It'll be Booth in the shotgun. High snap. Again, hauling it down to Seymour, it looked like, getting the call there. C.J. Jones, the linebacker, in on another tackle. And they're just going to let this clock run, it appears. 42 seconds and ticking away. Booth taking his time, talking to the coach. They'll probably give one more play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, there's about a 4-second difference between the play clock and the game clock, so Abingdon will have to run at least one more play here in the first quarter.
BULLITT Park, one of the historic great football venues of Southwest Virginia. Gabe Booth from the shotgun. It's second down and long. And Booth's going to the air, but he's going to have to scramble. And he gets fried. Wow, what a great tackle there. As it was
Brandon Bunch, big number 56 with the sack, and that's a nice momentum play for Union as we end the first quarter.
We do, and after the first quarter, it's Abingdon 9, Union nothing. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Mountain Empire Community College can help you balance everyday life with a focused college experience. Explore career pathways in healthcare, manufacturing, technology, business, criminal justice, and more. Schedule a personal career advising session today.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, raised in the hills of a hickory tree, killed his first bug when he was only 3, and the last bug I saw said he's after me. Leo Carrier, king of the bug frontier.
Grand's commitment to giving you the best home furnishings at the best prices will never end. But our big 107th anniversary sale ends Monday. Last chance to save up to 60% store-wide and take an extra $107 off. Plus 2 years, no interest. Final days to get this 3-piece bedroom for only $542, just $23 a month. Or this 3-piece sectional for just $21.92 at $92 a month. Hurry. Grand Home Furnishings 107th anniversary sale ends Monday.
Years ago, a handshake was all it took to make a deal. Buying a vehicle has changed.
But Morgan McClure hasn't. We're still Southwest Virginia's #1 Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC dealer.
And for good reason. No games, no dock fees, straight talk, award-winning service and body shop.
And our prices absolutely will not be beat. Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and Coburn.
Morgan McClure Chevrolet, GMC, and Castlewood.
Come in and see us. You'll be glad you did.
The starting quarterback of Basham Orthodontics is Dr. Deborah Basham, with over 20 years' experience straightening teeth and play calling new smiles. Surrounded by professionals, Basham Orthodontics tackles teeth out of line. The defense Basham Orthodontics provides to their patients passes all tests. So rush on down to Basham Orthodontics, practicing orthodontics with a caring touch in 2 convenient locations, Abingdon and Bristol. Don't fumble! Score your free consultation today.
Hands-on, real world, from college to career in less than 15 weeks. Mountain Empire Community College, where our students succeed because they learn they can.
Welcome back to BULLITT Park, everyone. It's the Abingdon Falcons leading The Union Bears 9-0 after the first quarter of action. Not a whole lot of action. We've had about, I believe Jimbo told me, 34 yards in total offense so far. The story of the game has been turnovers. Abingdon has cashed in those turnovers for 9 points. And now Gabe Booth is back under center in the shotgun. Booth will roll out. And he's got a receiver over there, but it's incomplete as it flies into the stands.
Nice job there by the Union defense. It looks like one of the players slipped on the far side of the field there. Number 24, Bryce Grant. Looks like he's okay. And that'll be a punt team will have to come in now for Abingdon. And once again, after the Union defense makes the offense kind of stands up for them after the turnover there. And that's what good teams do. When one side of the ball makes a mistake, the other side picks them up, and the Union defense here forcing a punt. Actually, Abingdon lost 9 yards on this drive after the fumble.
So it'll be River Carter, who does a little bit of everything for these Falcons. Plays wide receiver, cornerback, but he's also a pretty good punter as well. He'll be back to punt. Well, we've already seen some of the punters have trouble getting the snap, so this is not a gimme. It's another low snap. Carter fumbles, but he grabs it, gets a quick kickoff. It'll be straight up in the air, but at least he did get it off. Oh, and what a roll he got. It's going to roll down inside the 5, almost to the 5-yard line. That was quite a break.
And you know what? Abingdon was lucky their Union was not bringing any pressure on that punt there, so Carter had plenty of time to gather that low snap and kick it off, and now this will be the worst starting field position for Union of the game at the 5-yard line. And really for them, PJ, they've been their own worst enemies. Abingdon's defense has been terrific stopping the run, but Union has turned the ball over so many times. They've had 3 fumbles. They've lost 2 of them, a bad snap there on the punt. So first and foremost, they have to take better control of the football.
Yep. Got 38 yards on that punt, most of it on the ground. Looks like one of my wedge shots on the golf course. So again, from the T formation, straight handoff. It looks like Poulier in the midst of a bunch of Falcons. Nothing but feathers going in the air there because there was no running on that defense for Abingdon.
Yeah, William Seymour, who scored the only touchdown of the game, one of the many guys there making the tackle, and one of the players for Union is without a helmet right now. He's certainly going to have to leave for a play. If your helmet comes off in high school, you have to leave for a play. That was Carson Ray, the center. So now it'll be interesting with a new center in the game here. We'll see how the snap goes.
Yeah, that's Steven Anderson coming in to replace him, number 79. So it'll be second down and long, deep in their own territory. Union just trying to get something to get on the board tonight. It's been all Abingdon. And while we have a break in the action, we're going to take a break. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Neck pain, headaches, numbness, all those aches and issues? At Booth Chiropractic Clinic, we take the pain away naturally. Call Booth Chiropractic Clinic, Abingdon's 2018 winner for Best Chiropractic Office.
Friendship Ford of Bristol. Save over $15,000 on F-150s and get a lifetime warranty. Friendship Ford will beat any Ford deal by $1,000 guaranteed. Get to Friendship Ford of Bristol.
We're dealing.
Welcome back, everyone. We're right here at BULLITT PARK. We're waiting for action to resume. We had a little time out there, officials. Casey, so far, Union has really struggled because of field position. They've been deep in their own territory, and when they've moved the ball, they've made mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, early on, they had great field position, and they couldn't take advantage of it their first 2 possessions. But lately, their best starting field position has been the 20-yard line. And Abingdon's defense, especially their run defense, has been unbelievable so far. Union, they did call a timeout there. Now, that'll be interesting because Ray, the center, will be able to come back in the game now that they call a timeout. They never ran a play, but if you call a timeout, the player can go back in. So the center for Union, Carson Ray, can come back in the game. That's what they also had to reset the game clock. It continued to run for about an extra 8 seconds. So they reset it to 11:04, and that was Union and called that timeout. So we got a 2nd and 9 from the Union 7-yard line.
Just a beautiful setting for high school football. BULLITT Park. I wish it would stop raining so we get our drone back up in the air. I hope you got to see some of our earlier footage. Just a great venue here, especially when you look at it from the air. And Union with another short run to the right side. That looked like Stedham and Jaden Booth coming up along with Jake Crosswhite to make that tackle.
We have a player injured on the down for Union right now.
It does look like we have another injury. So while we have an official timeout, we'll take another break. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
My man, Mike.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Our daughter loves her new Honda, so I'm here to look at the Accord.
Excellent. The Accord LX comes standard with a turbocharged engine and our full suite of Honda sensing safety and driver assist technologies.
2018 North American Car of the Year?
Yes, the Accord was voted best in innovation, design, and value.
That settles it. I'll take it.
You're gonna share it, right?
Come in to test drive the Honda Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
Welcome back to Bullitt Park, everyone. 10 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the second quarter. Casey, we have a man down on the field. Could you get a number?
I did not see a number.
Here he comes.
Certainly won't.
Here he comes.
And that looks like number 43, and that's Mason Poulier.
Oh, that's their big fullback, linebacker. Does a little bit of everything here. One of their better players. We were lucky enough to meet Mason's mom tonight during some of our pregame activities.
You can see needing help to get off the field there is Poulier, and he plays both ways, offense and defense, and certainly one of the leaders of this team.
So nothing right going for Abingdon. I mean, I should say for Union at this point, Casey. They've had turnovers, and now one of the better players gingerly going off the field. Let's hope it's not too bad there for Mr. Poulier. Love to see him still hang around, but right now it doesn't look good as they're helping him off the ground, or off the field, I should say. And Bailey Turner comes from a quick conversation with his dad to get the play, and we'll have third down and long. Union deep in their own territory, and the rain continues to fall. Turner will throw it. A little screen flare out to his receiver. Oh, and he got a really hard hit there, as it was Bryce Grant making the reception and getting the good gain there, and Jaden Booth, the cornerback, came up to take him out. Grant with some nice hands in the rain, Case.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Turner, and Grant with the nice reception. That's the second big third down conversion through the air for Union. They really needed that one. Their offense has to get something going here. We'll see if that can provide a little spark for them. And you see Bailey Turner trying to fire up the teammates right there, get them fired up, and we'll see if it works here. But Union really needed that first down.
I like that. The music starts playing, and Bailey Turner starts skipping onto the field. Let's see if they stick to the air. T formation. Bailey under the center. He'll hand it to the second running back through there. There's Grant again, I believe. T.J. Taylor coming up from his linebacker spot to make that tackle.
Grant maybe be more featured in the running game now, with Poulier being looked at on the sidelines. And again, the rain continuing to fall here, a steady rain.
You really want to see if Avery Jenkins can use his speed out of this formation to get something to anything. And speaking of the man, there he goes, and there goes that speed. He'll blaze down the left sideline. 30, 20, 10. Give him 6. He's gone, and Union's back in this game.
Well, just call you Nostradamus there, PJ. You asked for it, and you got it. A 70-yard touchdown run by Avery Jenkins, and Union is right back in this ball game. It's now 9-6, and Bullitt Park is loud and loving that one.
Wow, 70 yards for the speedster, and I just had the feeling they had to get Jenkins in this game. He's their big threat, and on a wet field, nobody's going to catch him.
Let's take another look at this replay here, and right here you thought, okay, he was maybe going to run out of room, and then he just ran by the defense, and off he goes, and you're not going to catch Avery Jenkins from behind. Kenny Fields was the last man to try and trip him up, and it was to the house.
And the extra point is also up, and it is good. So it is now a 9-7 ball game with 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go. So it's time for us to take a break. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Friendship Ford of Bristol. Save over $15,000 on F-150s and get a lifetime warranty. Friendship Ford will beat any Ford deal by $1,000 guaranteed. Get to Friendship Ford of Bristol.
We're dealing.
Is your old heat pump dead? Is it costing you a lot of money to operate? Call Advanced Heating and Air, and we will professionally install a new super efficient system today.
Well, a bolt of electricity just went through Bullitt Park in the name of Jenkins as he blazed down the left sideline for 70 yards, and all of a sudden a 9-0 game is now a 9-7 game in the blink of an eye.
And now the Union sidelines is the loudest we've heard them all game so far. They really haven't had much to cheer about, but certainly now, and we saw it earlier, we talked at the beginning of that drive, that big third down conversion from Bailey Turner to Guerin, then a couple of plays later, 70-yard touchdown on there by Jenkins. So a nice response there by Union's offense. Now we'll see if Abingdon can respond for Union's first punch of the game.
So it'll be Justin Phelan to kick the ball off. 9 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Jaden Booth is back there along with Martin Lucas to return this for Abingdon. Good high kick by Phelan. Right on the goal line. Up to the 20. Gets a break. 25. Fighting his way. Trying to get to the 30. It'll come down about the 30 or 31-yard line.
And that was River Carter there on the kick return for Abingdon. Nice return. Abingdon will start this drive at their 31-yard line. And, you know, Abingdon, William Seymour, when he was in the game running the ball, he had 2 carries. It went 15 yards for a touchdown. We'll take another look at this return here from Carter. Yeah, he caught that ball right at the 1-yard line. And for a second there, it looked like he had some room.
Right there, he had some room, but then he was closed in, shut off. Again from the shotgun, Gabe Booth throws a little flare out to the left side. River Carter out there getting the first down, it looks like, and a little bit more. Fighting his way for extra yardage.
Now Carter just had a 34-yard kick return. They don't waste any time, get it right back to him on the first play of the drive. And Abingdon is in business. The ball is across midfield, or almost to midfield. Looks like it'll be spotted at the Abingdon 48-yard line. So that's a gain of 14 on the play.
So both teams able to throw despite today's rain or tonight's rain. Gabe Booth's been successful a couple of times. And on the flip side, so has Bailey Turner. There's another big carry up the middle, close to a first down.
As Martin Lucas on the carry for Abingdon. Nice gain on first down. And we'll see if Garrett Amberge, the first-year head coach for Abingdon, he was a former assistant with the Falcons, and he left to go to Virginia High to be their offensive coordinator, and he got hired 2 days before the first day of practice. And Abingdon has not missed a beat. They're 6-2. Now we got a timeout by Union right now. That's their second timeout of the first half. So they have one left with 9:04 left here in the first half, DJ.
It gives us a chance to talk a little strategy here, Casey. So Union has struggled moving the ball. Then they strike with the big play, which has changed the entire complexion of the ball game. So if you're Abingdon, you're in the catbird seat, 9-0. All of a sudden, 9-7 game. Does it change you as a head coach, do you think, in your strategy for the last 9 minutes and 4 seconds?
I don't think so. We're still pretty early in the game. I mean, Abingdon, obviously, they've been running the ball more, maybe with these conditions, choosing that for them, but you know, their passing game hasn't made too many big plays yet, other than that one quick pass out there to River Carter. But this drive off to a good start. They've responded well. They had the 14-yard play to Carter, then Martin Lucas with an 8-yard run. So Abingdon's picked up 22 yards on their first 2 plays of this drive. That was after a 34-yard kick return by River Carter. So I think Abingdon will stay with what Coach Amberge likes to do. No reason to change it right now.
Second down and short. Only about maybe 3 yards the Falcons need to continue this drive. They're already past the 50-yard line into Union territory. Gabe Booth, the quarterback, cool and calm, senior leader, got a lot of experience. Looks like Seymour beside him. Be a straight handoff to Seymour. He's kind of going to fight his way, and he'll be close to first down, but it looks like he's going to be just short.
Yeah, I think he is, and I think that was Martin Lucas again.
Martin Lucas.
But it's going to be 3rd and 1. Now, we saw in the first quarter, Abingdon's defense bowed up, and they got a stop on 3rd and short, and then 4th and short. Now we'll see if the Union defense can do the same here. Looks like Abingdon's bringing in some...
now Seymour's in the ballgame.
Yeah, bringing some bigger guys here and bringing an extra tight end there, maybe a fullback, and then maybe have some power football here.
Power football, but it's a shotgun formation. Looks like it's something weird on the left side, though. See what they got up their sleeves here. Straight handoff to Seymour. He'll power over and get that first down and a little bit more.
Well, they pretended like they were going to do something on the left side there with the tight ends flanked out and even one of the wingbacks flanked in the backfield as a blocker, but then they just went right up the middle. A little deceptive play, I guess.
And now Abingdon going to try and go a little bit hurry up here. They're going to spread it out.
And this looks like our TV star finally going out wide to the right there. Holt Dotson, the man that we profiled in our pregame that had the incredible catch last week. But it's a straight handoff, and oh my goodness, he was just clobbered. Was that Seymour? He was. C.J. Jones coming up, number 44, blasted him.
Yeah, let's maybe see if you can take a look at another that replay again here. That was a big hit there by C.J. Jones of that Union defense, and you ask and you shall receive. Boom, right there, Jones sends Seymour down quickly, and he's trying to fire up the sidelines. You see that, boys?
Yes, you're on TV, Mr. Jones. We got that one. That was terrific. So, second down. Abingdon still trying to move the ball. Looks like Seymour off to his left side. Gabe Booth again from the shotgun. He's going to throw it this time, but the whistle blows. What we got?
Got a false start on the Falcons. They'll back them up 5 yards.
That's the last thing they wanted to see on second down and short, is to have a penalty. 7 minutes and 27 seconds. We'd like to welcome all our viewers tonight, and especially the ones that are watching on Facebook. Auto World, our sponsor of Facebook Live. Chance Scott's been so nice to sponsor our Facebook Live. All 3 of the ball games that we broadcast this year. So, Chance, if you're watching, appreciate you. Auto World here in Big Stone Gap with a variety of cars. Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Dodge. Here we go. Second down and long. Trying to recover from the penalty. Gabe Booth again from the shotgun. He'll throw it up deep to the right side. It'll be a jump ball situation, but no miracle catch this time. Pretty good defense there as number 10, Noah Garrison, was out there to knock it down.
It really looked like Garrison had no idea where that ball was right there. That pass was thrown to Tyler Thayer, and really surprised. Let's take another look at this one here. It looked to me like Garrison, again, was not looking at the ball, but Thayer could not come down with it. So it's 3rd and 16 now for Abingdon.
That ball was thrown up into the range, so when it came down, probably was kind of hard to spot that thing. Gabe Booth from the 50. He's back in the shotgun. Booth takes a snap. He's going to throw. Going over the middle. He has a receiver, but that ball is almost picked off by the defense as he overshot a wide open receiver there. It was in the middle, but Booth put a little too much mustard on that one.
And that was Avery Jenkins that almost came up with the interception for the Bears, but he'll stay back there and try and field this punt as River Carter will have to punt this one away for Abingdon, as they were able to get it into Union territory, but not able to capitalize with any points.
So it's the Union defense that comes up strong on that stand. A 9-7 ball game, 6 minutes, 55 seconds left. You're watching live high school football here from BULLITT Park in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Southwest Virginia. Carter gets it away. Sky high punt again. Jenkins will come under it, and the ball is wobbled. It's loose.
I think he got it back.
Man, that's some hustle there. Yeah. Holy cow.
He did. That was a really nice play by Avery Jenkins, who he does not evidently like to call for fair catches. He wants to return it any chance he can get. If we take another look here at the Sounds Hearing Center instant replay, and Jenkins, he's trying to run. He almost took his eye off it for a second, but then he smartly and wisely made up for that mistake and pounced on it.
Our instant replay brought to you by Sounds Hearing Centers. Appreciate them coming on board tonight. So it'll be first down for the Bears. Bailey Turner getting the play from his dad, Travis, and he'll run into the huddle with a lot of enthusiasm. 6 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Clock ticking away. A 9-7 ball game. It's been a good one, as advertised. Turner under center. He'll hand it off to the deep back. Again, that's Jenkins, the speedster. He'll break one tackle, 2 spins, and then he's tackled just short of the 30-yard line. Tyler Thayer in there on a tackle for Abingdon.
And I think that was the exact same play they ran the last time they had the ball that led to the 70-yard touchdown run by Jenkins. And I'd run the same play again if it was a 70-yard touchdown. And this time, Jenkins had to cut it inside a little earlier than he did last time. And Abingdon's defense holds him to a gain of about 7 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 3 as we approach 6 minutes left here in the first half.
Another full house backfield. Straight handoff
be the trail back there, Aaron Stedham, and he's tackled by William Seymour, the linebacker for the Falcons.
And he is short of the first down.
So once again, it's Union that finds themselves in a 3rd and short. 5:50 to go.
There's Travis Turner giving the play to his son Bailey on this 3rd and 3. The Union's been good. They've had a couple of big 3rd down conversions through the air in this game in the first half. And this one, though, 3rd and 3, I'd expect them to maybe keep it on the ground.
And they do keep it on the ground, but that's not going to be enough for the first down. It looks like it's going to be just short.
That was Garant with the carry, and of course he's signaling first down, as I don't think any player has ever said, but the referee says that's
not
short there, son. Yeah, it'll be 4th down. And
now, would Union go for this from the 30? I watched Georgia Tech go for it last night from a 30-yard line. Of course, that's all they do on a 4th and short from their own 30.
I think the answer is, at least not with the offense, they're going to go for it. The punt team is coming in. You know, Union is 0 for 1 in this game on 4th and less than the yard, and where the ball is right now, we'll see maybe they have a trick up their sleeve in terms of trying to draw the defense off sides out of a punt formation.
Another bad snap to Phelan. He avoids one runner. Oh, he can't avoid the second. He's going to be tackled way back there for a loss.
Yeah, that's the second bad snap the Union punt team has had, and Phelan he tried his best there. He picked that one up, and take another look here. The ball gets grounded back to him when it's this wet, and the Abingdon, they were coming after the punt that time, and their special teams again.
It was Seymour in there again on that big tackle.
Yeah, what a momentum shift that is here. You know, 4th and 1, I think you make the right decision to punt it there, but the second time unable to get the snap off cleanly back to the punter.
So this is huge for Abingdon because we've only got 4 minutes and 26 seconds left before we head to halftime. If they could punch it in the end zone here, Casey, this could be a game changer.
Yeah, it really could. I mean, the momentum had clearly swung on the side of Union, but Abingdon on that play now has it back, and if they can score here, it could be really back on their side.
That's Booth. He'll flare it out to the side. That's Sean Canada making a nice catch and a pretty good move there before Noah Garrison was able to haul him down.
That's Rebecca Pepin's favorite player, Sean Canada.
Oh, I hope you're watching, Pep.
Yeah, there you go. Nice gain on first down for the Falcons. Ball resting at the 7-yard line.
Abingdon has shown they're not afraid to put it in the air tonight, despite the little rain that we're having. Booth continues to play from the shotgun. And that's Seymour up the gut. He breaks a tackle. He's near the goal line. He'll bounce over, and we're waiting the officials.
That's a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. Seymour scoring his 2nd touchdown of the night, and Abingdon seizing on another turnover by the Union Bears to score. Here's your replay. Watch Seymour get hit initially right there, and he just will not go down. Takes 2 defenders with him, Case.
Yeah, into the end zone. A great play there by William Seymour, and Abingdon takes advantage of that. The turnover on the bad snap on the punt. We'll see if Griffith, last time they got the extra point blocked here, so this is not a given here, certainly.
He'll boot this one through. And so Abingdon puts another point on the board to take a 16-7 lead over the homestanding Union Bears.
Yeah, that's a big response for Abingdon. All the momentum was on Union's side, but again, the turnovers, the bad snaps, the fumbles, that has been the story this first half. And the good thing you have to say about Abingdon is they're starting to take advantage of these turnovers. And when you have the ball, again, that's the 3rd time they've started to drive inside the Union 20-yard line. They have a field goal and 2 touchdowns to show for it. So, Abingdon is taking advantage of the mistakes of the Union Bears here in the first half.
So that was 2 plays, 16 yards, and only 50 seconds they score. Thanks to Jim Denton here tonight with us in Big Stone Gap, keeping little stats for us. And it's really not been a big offensive game. If you take away the big speedster run from Jenkins, we haven't had a whole lot of action. Everything has been set up by turnovers, short scores.
Yeah, now Union's going to get the ball back 3:46 here in the first half. Union, they did get the ball to start the game, so Abingdon will get the ball to start the second half. It's important here, I think, for Union to end the first half and get some points on the board here, down by 9.
So it'll be a deep kickoff. Let's see what Union gets. Good short position this time. Short kick, and they'll have it up just past the 25-yard line with about 3 minutes and 41 seconds to figure out some way to put some points on the board. Sean Canada coming in and making that tackle.
And they kept that ball out of the hands of Avery Jenkins.
They learned their lesson there, didn't they?
They're not going to give him any extra chances to score.
Do they put it in the air, or do they stick to the ground game?
I think they're going to stick to the ground game here early. When they've had to throw the ball, they've had some success, a couple big third down conversions, but Union's preference is to pound the rock.
Turner from the shotgun. One fake, and then it's Jenkins, and on the same hole, can he outrun the secondary? Gets one man beat. He'll take two, but a big hit there by number 5. T.J. Taylor says, hello, Mr. Jenkins.
Wow, Avery Jenkins, he has some serious speed. Again, they fake it to the left, come back with a counter to the right. Good job by the offensive line holding their blocks. I want to give a shout out to Brennan Mullins, number 70, the left guard. He had a key block on that run there for Jenkins, and one play, Union already at the Abingdon 35-yard line, and still plenty of time with 3:33 left here in the first half.
That carry puts Jenkins over 100 yards for the night. He had a 70-yard touchdown early. That was 39 yards, so he is piling up the stats. Another counter play, same play. Jenkins, big hole, 2 more to beat. He's down to the 15-yard line. Same exact play case.
Yeah, counter out of the shotgun formation. They fake it to the left, come back to the right. And certainly Travis Turner has shown that if a play is working, he is not afraid to call it again. That's something you don't see often in football. You think when a play works, oh, we can't run it again. And that shows, I like that. If you go back to a play, make the defense stop it. If it's not going to stop it, keep on calling it.
So again, first down from about, looks like the 17-yard line. And Abingdon's called timeout to prepare to figure out something to stop this counter play. So Jenkins, man, his speed's been the difference so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's really been the only one having success on the ground for Union. And with Poulier out of the game, he's more their bruiser. They have found something with the speed early on. Jenkins, the few carries he had early in the game, wasn't able to get outside the perimeter. But the Union has found something here, and Abingdon want to regroup and try and stop the bleeding a little bit here as the rain, PJ, continues to fall, so we've not been able to get Sky 5 up. It was up in our pregame show and during the newscast earlier tonight. We had it up there, some great shots, and during our open, but unfortunately, as you can see there, the rain, a good steady rain falling here at BULLITT Park.
We're hoping that'll just drift out of here anytime now and give us some freedom to fly our drone again. But until that time, we've got plenty of cameras to show you a lot of different angles here at BULLITT Park. Great crowd on hand. We saw a lot of signs supporting WCYB tonight. We appreciate all the fans that took the time to make those signs. And we appreciate you watching both here on the CW and, of course, Facebook and online at WCYB.com. All you guys. 3 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the first half. We've had a great show so far, 16-7. The Bears, the homestanding Union Bears, trailing, but they are threatening from about the 17-yard line. It'll be first down for Bailey Turner and his crew.
That was the first timeout of the half for Abingdon. So they have 2 left. Union has 1 timeout remaining.
Will it be the counter play? No, straight handoff this time to Stedham. So instead of the counter, they just go with the straight handoff, figuring that the defense would key in on Jenkins, but they were able to get a pretty good gain out of that, about 7 yards.
Yeah, it'll be second down for the Bears, and we'll see here. They usually are very patient, methodical on offense. They don't run a hurry-up offense. Bailey Turner goes over to his dad every play to get the next play call.
That's Jenkins to his left. That's Jenkins getting the fake, and then it's Stedham hit in the backfield. Boy, that counter did not work.
Abingdon, I think I'd seen enough of that. They were ready for that one that time.
That was Seymour coming up, blasting the running back Stedham and stopping the momentum that the Bears had. Look at this hit, Casey.
Yes,
wow.
Seymour has been everywhere. He has both Abingdon touchdowns and a couple of big tackles on defense. So William Seymour having a heck of a game so far. And this is a big third down, and with 3rd and 7, again, Union has had some success throwing the ball on 3rd and long when they've had to. This is a situation, though, at the 13-yard line, they could run the ball here and maybe go for it twice if they wanted to on 4th down.
That's Turner from the shotgun. He is going to the air. He's got a receiver out there, looks up in the lights, and it goes through his hands. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's a heck of a throw to Fallon, and just could not come down with it in the far corner of the end zone. And it looks like Union's going to try a field goal, and so Fallon will have to hurry up and get over there because he's a field goal kicker.
2 minutes, 10 seconds left. 16-7 ball game. And now it does appear like they are going to go for the field goal. Justin Fallon, number 80. He also does the punting. He's had a tough time tonight getting a couple of bad snaps that he just was not able to field in this rain. But now he'll try the soccer-style kick and see if he can get Union on the board. It's up and away, and it is good. Great kick there with Fallon. Plenty of leg on that one as he boots it through, and we've got a 16-10 ball game.
Yeah, that's a 30-yard field goal there by Justin Fallon. That had plenty of leg as well. So got a couple really good kickers here who can make some. Both of them made a field goals. We'll take another look at this replay from the far camera. Just snuck that in the left upright like one of your drives on the golf course, just bending it around the trees. And that was a nice answer by Union after the Abingdon touchdown. It's now 16-10, 2:02 left in the first half. Abingdon has two timeouts left when they get the ball here, so there's still a lot of time remaining in this half. Maybe they can march down and try and maybe attempt a field goal of their own here before halftime.
Yeah, I think it was important for Union to get something on the board. You didn't want to come away with nothing after they moved it down the field like that, and Jenkins cashing in with a couple of really nice runs on those counter plays. So you didn't want to come away with nothing. So you did get 3 points out of it. So you're only down really 6 points, touchdown. So right back in it, 16-10. Now, the thing is, Union's going to have to keep Abingdon out of the end zone for these last 2 minutes because they've already shown their kicker has a pretty good range. He can kick it probably 40, 45 yards.
Yeah, and the last time Abingdon had a kickoff return, River Carter returned at 34 yards. So we'll see here if they try and kick it away from him. And there's a lot of guys up at the front here for Abingdon at the 50-yard line. 9 of their 11 players are within 15 yards of the ball.
Big high kick by Fallon. That'll be River Carter taking on about the 1-yard line. He'll go up, crossover, get a block. He's got about 3 guys to beat, and that's not going to happen, but he's going to spin out of it and get a really good game. Uh-oh, ball's loose. Ball was loose, but it looks like Abingdon is able to keep possession. Well, that's the last thing you want to do is turn it over with 1:50 left in the half.
But the Falcons got the ball back, so you'll see here another nice kick, and Carter had great second effort, not giving up on this play. As you see him go towards the sidelines here, continuing to fight, spinning out of the play, and then the ball popped out right there, and luckily an Abingdon player couldn't make out the number there, fell on it, and Falcons had the ball.
So Booth is in the shotgun, and looks like there's some motion back there, so they're going to be penalized even more.
Yeah, most of the guys went on one. A few were waiting for 2.
The old 1 and a 2. Minute 48 left here in the first half. 16-10 ball game. We've got a good one. The rain starting to let up again. But every time I say that, it starts raining harder. So maybe I should quit saying that. We'd like to see the rain go away. But we appreciate all the fans that showed up for this game. Got a great crowd here at BULLITT Park. Tolerating just a little of the drizzle. It's Booth. Again from the shotgun. It looks like Martin Lucas looking for a hole. It is Lucas getting the ball up for about another 4 to 5 yard gain.
And I would think with the clock now approaching 1:30 in the first half, Abingdon does not appear to be in too big of a hurry. Now they are going to get up to the line here, but I think they'd be just okay going into halftime with this score at 16-10.
From the shotgun. Again, it's Lucas looking for a hole. Goes up the middle. He's going to be just short. Well, he might be close to first down. Looks like it's about half yard short.
I think they gave it to him, though.
They did give it to him.
They're going to move the change. Now we'll see if Abingdon maybe goes to the air with 1:14. They got 2 timeouts.
See what Booth can do with this. It'll be Lucas again in the backfield. Spins off. He's got two guys to beat. He's going to have his feet taken out from under him, just short of the 50. Let me get close to another first down. Avery Jenkins coming up from his cornerback spot to pop him.
Yeah, he's short of the first down, so that clock continuing to run at under 50 seconds left. Abingdon has 2 timeouts, not calling, and now the officials are going to stop it for a measurement, it looks like. Now they're going to say it is second down, so the clock continues to run now. I'm a little surprised Abingdon didn't call a timeout there. They've wasted a lot of time here.
Booth stays in the shotgun. Seymour on the old Green Bay sweep. He's got a lot of guys out there to greet him. Brandon Bunch and a whole bunch of them. And we see a flag in the backfield.
That looks like the area of holding on the offense. That's the call. And Abingdon's going to get backed up here. And I wonder at this point with 28.5 seconds left if they're not maybe just going to take a knee and head into the locker room here.
Well, the last thing you want to do is make a turnover at this point of the game and give away some easy points. Wouldn't you like to go into halftime leading 16-10 when you're in enemy territory? You're at historic Bullitt Park. I think most coaches would take a 16-10 lead at half.
And I see Garrett Ambergy over on the sidelines kind of chatting with, he's wondering if the clock will start when the ball was placed. If that's the case, yeah, and the clock is going to run here, and Abingdon's going to have to snap the ball one more time, but I think they are content to head into the locker room here, and I expect them to maybe just take a knee here.
Booth waiting for the snap. Hand off to Seymour. He gets tripped up in the backfield. He'll go down. The clock winds down, and we are headed to halftime. From Bullitt Park, it's a 16-10 ball game. Abingdon with the lead over the Union Bears. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
Mountain Empire Community College can help you balance everyday life with a focused college experience. Explore career pathways in healthcare, manufacturing, technology, business, criminal justice, and more. Schedule a personal career advising session today.
My man, Mike.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Our daughter loves her new Honda, so I'm here to look at the Accord.
Excellent. The Accord LX comes standard with a turbocharged engine and our full suite of Honda sensing safety and driver assist technologies.
2018 North American Car of the Year?
Yes, the Accord was voted best in innovation, design, and value.
That settles it. I'll take it.
You're going to share it, right?
Come in to test drive the Honda Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
News 5 on Fox at 10 is the Tri-Cities' only local newscast at 10 o'clock. Being first at 10 actually puts us in a unique position to report the latest on developing stories and breaking news and weather.
We work with our team of producers, reporters, photographers, and editors to bring you news that goes beyond what you can get on your phone by telling important stories that affect your life.
I'm watching the latest radar and forecast models to give you a first look at the weather we're tracking overnight.
The most important news of the day comes first on News 5 on Fox at 10.
Comfortable.
Relaxing.
Professional.
Knowledgeable.
All descriptions of your Basham Orthodontic experience from a friendly, caring staff. Basham Orthodontics loves creating smiles and treating you like family. We use state-of-the-art equipment like the iTero Element Digital Imaging. No chalky molds of impressions allowed. Our wall of smiles shows the world how confident you can be after working with Basham Orthodontics. 2 convenient locations in Abingdon and Bristol. Orthodontics with a caring touch.
On the farm, you need power, reliability, and comfort for those long days. The heavy-duty Kubota M-Series delivers. With models field-ready at 11,000 pounds. Easy cold starts with bulletproof Kubota diesel engines. Great visibility in the spacious, easy-to-use Kubota Grand Cab. And strong American-made front-end loaders. I'm William Jones with Johnson City Kubota. Come test drive our Kubota M-Series today, or we can bring it to you for a demo. When you're ready to work, we're ready to work.
Hands-on, real world, from college to career in less than 15 weeks. Mountain Empire Community College, where our students succeed because they learn they can.
It's been a good game.
Yeah.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Associated Tree Services Incorporated.
Our senior recognition continues with the following Bears teams: golf, cross country, cheerleading.
Welcome back to Bullitt Park, everyone. We're at halftime. We're at halftime. PJ Johnson along with Casey Getz, and boy, it's a good ball game, Case. Really tight ball game where mistakes have meant the difference in this one.
Yeah, I think if you're Union right now, Travis Turner, you're telling your guys at halftime, look, we've put this ball, we've fumbled it twice, we've had 2 bad snaps on punts, and we're only down by 6 points. I think if you're Union, you have to really like the position you're at right now because you did not play well on offense, aside from a couple of runs there from Avery Jenkins. And on the other side, if you're Abingdon, you feel like you maybe let a couple opportunities slip away. You didn't convert all those turnovers you got, and you say as bad as Union played, and we're only up by 6.
Yeah, but you are up at halftime. If you take away Jenkins, though, it's been an utter disaster for Abingdon. They can't snap the ball to the punter. That's led to 2 big turnovers, and Abingdon was able to cash in with points on both those.
Yeah, no, Abingdon, I mean, they did convert some of those turnovers, but there were a couple they let slip away, and the Union defense had a lot to do with that. You know, right now it's a halftime. The seniors in all the fall sports, not football, are being honored here at halftime. Everyone's going to hold the umbrellas with the rain tonight, but that's the way it's been, unfortunately, all evening. But, you know, Abingdon, look, there's a lot on the line in this game for both of these teams. Abingdon, coming off that win over Ridgeview last week, put themselves in position. They're the only undefeated team in the Mountain 7 Conference left right now. Ridgeview has a loss to Abingdon. Union has a loss to Ridgeview. So Union needs this game to get back in the regular season race here in the Mountain 7 Conference.
We'll have more halftime brought to you tonight by Associated Tree Services right after this.
Starting next week, I'll have a co-anchor on News 5 Tonight. Tune in Monday to find out who it'll be.
News 5 tonight at 11. Weeknights on News 5 WCYB.
Mom, the plug doesn't work.
Okay, sweetie. Well, I'm going to book an appointment with Precision Electrical.
Contact Precision Electrical today for all of your electrical repair and rewiring needs.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota of Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill. Here at Toyota of Kingsport, saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Toyotas are built, driven, and loved right here in the USA.
Toyota.
Researched and developed here. Toyota. Built here.
Driven here.
Driven here.
Loved here. Loved here.
Built here. Loved here.
Right now, get $1,750 cash back on a built in the USA 2018 Highlander.
Built, driven, loved right here.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Love of beauty is taste. The creation of beauty is art. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee, the office of Dr. Gregory Pastrick, maintain the highest standards of quality and excellence. With years of experience, proven ability, and success, Dr. Pastrick provides his patients with guidance and treatment options to help you achieve the look you desire at any age. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee is the Tri-City's premier cosmetic facility.
Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, White Construction can handle all of your metal roofing and post-frame building needs. White Construction strives to provide you with the best quality building materials at the best price. From sales to fabrication and delivery, our knowledgeable staff will assist you every step of the way. And our job site superintendent will ensure that your next post-frame building project runs smoothly and efficiently. The White Construction team is ready to serve you. Call today to get started.
We cut out the middleman
to save you money.
They're God's beautiful art.
Monday at 10. This Tri-Cities teen racer is revving up to take a leap of faith.
I don't believe that anybody should make fun of God's art.
He's not talking about his race car. Meet Chase and learn about his calling. Monday, News 5 on Fox at 10.
Welcome back. It's halftime here at Bullitt Park with the home team, Union, trailing Abingdon at halftime here, Casey, and you have some great highlights to talk about.
Yeah, let's take a look at the first half highlights here. This entertaining game here at Bullitt Park. We'll start off with the field goal. This opened the game for Abingdon. They had a field goal to get things going from Mr. Griffith here from 40 yards. That was smooth, nothing but the back of the two pipes there. So that was 3-0. Now we come to Abingdon's defense. A fourth down stop here is fourth and less than a yard. They get the tackle near midfield. River Carter and company fired up. Then Abingdon would take advantage of a turnover by Union. This was William Seymour. Nice touchdown run here from 12 yards out. The extra point, though, was blocked, so that made it 9-0. And it stayed that way to the second quarter. And then we eventually have Mr. Jenkins going 70 yards here for Union of a touchdown here. Just as pure speed here, PJ.
How fast is this kid? I mean, they had the angle on him and still couldn't catch him, Casey.
That made it 9-7, got Union back in the game, but then Union had another bad snap on a punt, and that allowed William Seymour to score his second touchdown of the game, running over some Bears. That made it 16-7. And then Justin Fallon added a 30-yard field goal with about 3 minutes left in the first half for Union. So that's all the scoring. You add that up, you get 16 for Abingdon and 10 for Union at halftime. And Union, they're going to be on defense to start the second half. Abingdon will get the ball. So the Falcons will see offensively, you know, they haven't driven the entire length of the field. All their scores have come on very short fields because of Union mistakes.
Do we think that Union's going to open it up a little bit more?
I don't think so. I mean, I think they're going to stay true to what they are. Now, if they fall behind by 2 touchdowns, they may have to. But as long as they're within 7 points or less, they're going to continue to use that ground game. Abingdon, they've taken maybe 1 or 2 shots deep, but we haven't seen Holt Dotson, our boy who's been all over the national media this week. They haven't even attempted to pass to him. They did 1 deep ball to Thayer, and it was incomplete.
Well, we've got Jim Denton over here adding up the numbers. Not a big statistical first half, but we'll have some numbers for you when we come back. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
To celebrate Grand's 107th anniversary, we're giving you an extra $107 off, plus 2 years no interest. Get this 5-piece dining set for just $7.92, plus get a free matching bench. Celebrate and save at Grand Home Furnishings now.
At Blue Ridge Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's time to make it count. That's why we offer the Blue Ridge Trade-In Valet to make your purchase even easier. That means a guaranteed offer for your car from a real person. Easy, online, and guaranteed. Right now, pay just $149 per month for 2018 1500 Express. Plus, get guaranteed credit approval. Ride home in a new Ram during our Ram Power Days. Blue Ridge Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lebanon and in Martinsville. Also, shop with us online at BlueRidgeCDJR.com.
For 30 years, Red Oak Construction is a Southwest Virginia family business serving the area to build all types of constructions. If you have frozen pipes, water damage, fire damage, or storm problems, Red Oak is the name to remember. 800-441-3603.
Brown Dental Associates is a family-centered modern practice devoted to helping your family maintain good dental health. Our dentists and professional staff provide a balance of experience and care with leading-edge technology for our patients. We understand the needs of our patients and take great pride in providing extraordinary service. So at Brown Dental Associates, we know you're trusting us with more than just teeth. Brown Dental Associates. Dental excellence. Compassionate care.
Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Neck pain, headaches, numbness, all those aches and issues? At Booth Chiropractic Clinic, we take the pain away naturally. Call Booth Chiropractic Clinic, Abingdon's 2018 winner for Best Chiropractic Office.
Dr. Pastrick and the staff of the Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee would like to honor the memory of those who have lost the fight with breast cancer, as well as the survivors and those currently battling breast cancer. In the month of October, all cosmetic breast consultations are complimentary. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Pastrick to explore current options in breast enhancement surgery. For patients who have had breast implant surgery, we will make sure you are up to date with your screening, mammograms, and clinical exam.
Grand is celebrating 107 years of making sure you get the best night's sleep at the best price. That's why we offer the area's largest selection of mattresses, with prices starting as low as just $99. Only at Grand Home Furnishings.
It is raining here in Big Stone Gap, but it has not dampened the spirits of this crowd or this broadcasting team, for that matter, because we're watching a good ball game here. Abingdon on top of Union here at halftime, and it's been a kind of a funny statistical game. If you look at the speedster, Avery Jenkins, he's got over 100 yards rushing. You think, oh, he's dominated the game, but those really came in 2 runs.
Yeah, his touchdown run was 70 yards, and he had a 39-yard run there to set up that field goal right before halftime for Union. So, their offense has been mainly Jenkins on the ground. Very limited passing game so far for Union. So we have some stats here.
You probably can read Jim's writing a little bit better than I can, Casey.
All right, we'll run down here. First downs we have in the first quarter. it looks like we had 1 each. Passing yards, 28 yards for Union, 31 for Abingdon, so neither team really throwing the ball much. Abingdon 48 yards rushing, so they just have 79 yards of total offense.
And they're leading this ball game.
And they're leading because of the turnovers. Now, meanwhile, Union 147 yards rushing, and I think 109 have come on 2 carries from Mr. Jenkins. So they have 185 yards. Time of possession, Union actually is pretty much even, 12:07 to 11:53. It was interesting. It was flipped in the first quarter. Union won the time of possession almost 2-1, but Abingdon won it in the second quarter nearly 2-1. So really the difference, turnovers. That's why otherwise Union would likely be winning this game if not for they've had 2 fumbles lost and 2 bad snaps.
Yeah.
So they really almost, you can say, they've had 4 turnovers in a sense.
I have a feeling Travis Turner's talking about that right now at halftime because it's not like Union to beat itself by making turnovers. So once they clear that up, I guess the second half, anything's possible, huh?
They've done a better job, holding onto the ball on offense. Those 2 fumbles they had offense. They got the first one back. The second one they lost. That were very early in the game, but the special teams mistakes have shown up a couple times for them in the punt coverage.
Believe it or not, there's also some other football games, and we'll talk about those when we continue. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Are you or a loved one not hearing as well as you used to?
At the Falls Plaza Hearing Center, we offer a 60-day no-risk trial on all of our hearing aids. With no fitting fees and a free hearing aid evaluation, you can try the world's most advanced hearing technology with no risk and simply decide for yourself.
Falls Plaza has been voted the most trusted hearing care center in the region. Simply put, we treat our patients like family.
So come see them for a 60-day no-risk trial period.
The starting quarterback of Basham Orthodontics is Dr. Deborah Basham, with over 20 years' experience straightening teeth and play calling new smiles. Surrounded by professionals, Basham Orthodontics tackles teeth out of line. The defense Basham Orthodontics provides to their patients passes all tests. So rush on down to Basham Orthodontics, practicing orthodontics with a caring touch in 2 convenient locations, Abingdon and Bristol. Don't fumble! Score your free consultation today.
There are people out there with power.
Trying to unite a divided world. It's overwhelming.
Your optimism will save us.
Going old school today, Flash? It's a little tighter than I remember.
I have to fight back. I'm gonna make this city breathe.
When I come back, we whipping these bags apart.
Let's dance.
Come on, y'all!
You're afraid to make waves? Make them anyway.
Everything I do is for my family.
You, my friends, fixed history.
You're part of something greater.
Black Rangers will always fight for justice.
You cannot extinguish a child of God! You should have killed me.
Years ago, a handshake was all it took to make a deal. Buying a vehicle has changed.
But Morgan McClure hasn't. We're still Southwest Virginia's #1 Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC dealer.
And for good reason. No games, no dock fees, straight talk, award-winning service and body shop.
And our prices absolutely will not be beat. Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and Coburn.
Morgan McClure Chevrolet, GMC, and Castlewood.
Come in and see us. You'll be glad you did.
Bob Misty and Tim Howard. Teresa Fisher.
Halftime ceremonies continue here at Bullitt Park. Our halftime show is sponsored by Associated Tree Services Incorporated. We appreciate all the viewers tuning in tonight, both over the air and online on Facebook and on WCYB.com. We're going to run down some of the other games in the area. Most of the games were played Thursday night because they were afraid of tonight's rain, did not want to hurt the fields or the attendance. But there were a few other games, Casey, and you've been able to round up some scores.
Yeah, we'll start in Southwest Virginia. That's where we are, not too far from here. Up in Norton, J.I. Burton leads Rye Cove 28-0. J.I. Burton, they started the year 0-2. They've won 7 in a row, or 6 in a row, since they go for 7 tonight. Richlands leads Lebanon 45-0 at halftime. Ridgeview coming off their first loss of the season. They're on the road at Pike County, Central Kentucky. Ridgeview leads 27-6 in the second quarter. Now in Northeast Tennessee, the big game, a battle of 8-1 teams. Johnson County, Unicoi County playing for the district championship. Johnson County leads 14-12. That's late in the second quarter. They were up 14-0, but the Blue Devils are coming back. Happy Valley leads South Green 7-0 at halftime. Dobbins Bennett, they're up 8-7 over Jefferson County. That game is late in the first half. Claiborne leads North Green 7-0. A couple other scores. Cloudland, they're at Copper Basin. Cloudland up 14-0 in the first quarter. And Unaka leads Sunbright 12-8. That game was in the second quarter. But as you mentioned, PJ, actually there were more games last night than there are tonight. I don't think it's ever happened on a Thursday before.
Kind of rare. Now, as we talked about behind us, there were some senior activities going on. One of the really good stories here is a kid by the name of Wes Slagle. We watched him play basketball 2 years ago because last year he blew out his knee. Not only did he rehab his knee, but he helps Union win a golf state championship. What a great story, Casey.
Yeah, the Union golf team, they won the state title. They got to play the state tournament on their home course here at Lonesome Pine Country Club. We've gotten to play there a few times, not too far from here. Yeah, Wes Slagle, though, he injured his knee towards ACL, I believe, in the second basketball game last year. Talked to Zach Moore, the head coach of the Bears, and he said he has been fully cleared for contact, but they're going to bring him back slowly. But the ACL was okay for the golf schedule there. He had a great season, and they won the state title. And that was the first one. That was the first state title for Union High School in any sport. It's been open since 2011. So that was a great moment for Union and their fans able to celebrate that because the state championship was won literally just a couple miles from their school.
Terrific story. And we've got a few more stories to tell you, and we'll do that as we get ready to wrap up our high school, or should I say our halftime show here from Bullitt Park. You're watching the halftime show brought to you by Associated Tree Services, and yes, you might need an umbrella tonight. Stay with us. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Mountain Empire Community College can help you balance everyday life with a focused college experience. Explore career pathways in healthcare, manufacturing, technology, business, criminal justice, and more. Schedule a personal career advising session today.
Love of beauty is taste. The creation of beauty is art. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee, the office of Dr. Gregory Pastrick, maintain the highest standards of quality and excellence. With years of experience, proven ability, and success, Dr. Pastrick provides his patients with guidance and treatment options to help you achieve the look you desire at any age. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee is the Tri-City's premier cosmetic facility.
Don't let your dreams turn into nightmares. Call the bed bug experts at Leo's Pest Control. Don't let bed bugs run you out of house and home. Call Leo's today.
For 30 years, Red Oak Construction is a Southwest Virginia family business serving the area to build all types of constructions. If you have frozen pipes, water damage, fire damage, or storm problems, Red Oak is the name to remember. 800-441-3603.
News 5 on Fox at 10 is the Tri-City's only local newscast at 10 o'clock. The news of the day doesn't end at sundown. Being first at 10 actually puts us in a unique position to report the latest on developing stories and breaking news and weather. Each night, we begin by brainstorming to see what was important today and what could help you be ready for tomorrow.
Then we work with our team of producers, reporters, photographers, and editors to bring you news that goes beyond what you can get on your phone by telling important stories that affect your life.
Through the evening, I'm watching the latest radar and forecast models to give you a first look at the weather we're tracking overnight and find out what to expect when you wake up.
Before the show, we do Facebook Lives to update you and let you know what we'll be reporting on later that night.
As 10 p.m. approaches, our production crew pulls together the technical side as we prepare to bring you the last word on the day.
And then we add the final crucial element that drives everything we do, you.
The most important news of the day comes first on News 5 on Fox at 10.
Hands-on, real world, from college to career in less than 15 weeks. Mountain Empire Community College, where our students succeed because they learn they can.
All right, welcome back. It's halftime still at Bullitt Park, going through senior day for all the fall sports, not including football. And we're getting closer to the second half underway, but joining us now is Jason Hicks, the athletic director here at Union High School, and been on the job for a couple months now. I know this time last year you were coaching at Eastside. What's it like now to be the athletic director? You have a lot more to worry about, I'm sure, on Friday nights now, don't you?
Most definitely. You got to worry who's taking the garbage out, who's got the pizza and all that good stuff beforehand, officials, and a lot goes into it.
Coach, you've got to be proud of Union, what they've accomplished so far. We told a story about young the young Schlegel kid who blew out his knee last year and came back, not only rehabbed his knee for basketball, but he helped the golf team win a state championship. You've got all kinds of stories like that up here, don't you?
Well, sure. I mean, the kids are, pretty resilient, bounce back. They seem like athletes anymore. They run into those type of things. And it's just great. I mean, it's amazing how fast they can recover, especially if they put some work into it and those kind of things. And, of course, with doctors and physical therapy and rehab that they do now, they can get back in action pretty quickly.
What's it like for you this year when you come to the games on Friday night? Do you miss coaching?
Well, I certainly miss it a little bit. To be honest with you, I've been so busy just getting ready for games and hooking all that kind of stuff up, and like I said, getting officials, make sure everything's lined out. You guys added a little bit to my plate.
Maybe a lot.
Maybe a lot. But most of the time when it just kind of gets sort of still and kind of quiet, maybe when they're stretching and I got a minute or two, I do miss it. I do miss a lot of kids and a lot of people and those kind of things that, you develop those relationships with. I didn't envy Travis Turner when they were out there in about 95 degrees. I did walk out and watch them for a little while and then decided, man, it's hot here. I'm going back into school.
Coach, it's so funny. We were kidding around about all the things that you did for us today, feeding our crew and everything. But talk about the community reaction once you learned that we were going to televise this ball game and what it means to Southwest Virginia, because football in Southwest Virginia takes on a different spin than it does in other parts of the country, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does. I've been in other regions to scout and do those kind of things when I was coaching for playoff games and just not have the kind of crowds that we have here. So we're very blessed with how fans come out in Southwest Virginia from, a lot of different teams. Really blessed here at Union, how these guys follow the team and to get out and get behind them all the time. So, and I think this being a first for Southwest Virginia is a big deal. I kidded with you a while back, a couple weeks ago. Growing up, Channel 5 was the only thing that I had to watch. So whatever's on Channel 5 is what I watched. And so it was. I think it's great for football, great for the community itself, and just great for Southwest Virginia in general for what all you guys have done here and beginning to broadcast these games.
Well, we're just glad it's such a terrific ball game, 16-10 game. As an old football coach, were you like biting your fingernails there?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is a fun game to watch, and I was really biting them down there, knowing how important that field goal was that we needed to get right there to go in with a little bit of momentum at the end of the half.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us here, and we'll get ready for the second half. I think they're still doing some senior day stuff here, but we'll take a look back on the field here now, PJ, and join the last couple senior day celebrations. The players for Abingdon, they're back on the field warming up in the far end zone. Union's team has still not come back onto the field yet.
And they're finally, it looks like they're getting wrapped up.
A lot of senior athletes.
This must be the largest senior class of all time here at Union. And here comes the officials back on the field. And it looks like they're going to put about 3 minutes on the clock case to, I guess, to work out so the guys can do a little stretching and get loose for the second half.
And here come the Union Bears now. They're back out, ready to go. And really, again, we talked about this earlier, but this game is very, very important for also these teams playoff-wise. The way Virginia does it with 8 teams from each region make the playoffs. And entering this game, Union was the number 2 seed in 2A Region D, which means they could play 2 home games, and obviously they have a great advantage here at BULLITT Park. Abingdon in 3A, they have maybe a little further road trip. They're going to have to go to the Roanoke area, different schools. They were the 3 seed in 3A entering tonight's game. And if Union gets a win, they get some extra bonus points beating a bigger school. And, of course, if Abingdon wins, maybe they can move up and catch maybe the 1 or 2 seed and get a couple home games as well.
One of the big cogs for this Union team is Poulier. And I see him on the bench now. He was limping as he came back on the field. Of course, he had to be carried off the field. It looked like maybe a sprained ankle or a knee. And without him, that's going to be a big hole to fill for the Bears.
When he came out of the game, that's when they started to get Jenkins more involved in the run game as well. And Garant also taking over. But yeah, Poulier plays both offense and defense, so missing him on both sides of the ball. It's good news that he is at least able to be back on the field, on the bench there. I'm not sure if we'll see him, and you see him right there getting looked at. So I'm not sure if he's going to try and give it a go, but the fact that he's out here in the game, that's a good sign. I don't see his helmet with him, but they're certainly working on him. Like maybe he's going to try to.
Yeah, it looks like they're working on his ankle there. Perhaps they braced it and gave it a good taping during halftime. Looks like the trainers are giving him a go ahead. He's patting his ankle there, so that would be a big bonus for Union if they could pull that off and get one of their better players back into the lineup. So we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. So Casey, you had a chance to look over the stats. You had a chance to review the highlights of the first half. What do you think is going to be the key for both these teams as we head into the second half?
For Union, it's really simple. Take care of the football and eliminate the mistakes. They've had a couple fumbles, some bad snaps. They've given Abingdon some great field position. Offensively, Abingdon has less than 80 yards of total offense in the game. So Union's defense has done tremendous, but they've had their backs against the walls with some very short field position because of the special teams and the offense making some mistakes. So, and for offensively, if you're Abingdon, get William Seymour some more carries. He's had a lot of success on offense running the ball, but he hasn't had that many carries in the game, probably only maybe 4 carries.
Gabe Booth has thrown the ball around a little, but as you saw in our halftime stats, neither team's passed for any yardage to really talk about. It has been Seymour and Martin Lucas on the ground for Abingdon, and I'll look for that more in the second half. And we're getting ready to kick it off here, and as it looks like Union coming onto the field, a lot of spirit, a lot of gusto. They trail, but I'm sure that they got a whale of a halftime speech from Travis Turner. And the rest of the ball was, and it's going to be Abingdon that'll get the ball, Casey, because that's the way it worked out in the first half. Is Union got the ball first, and now it's Abingdon's turn.
The running game for the Falcons, with Martin Lucas and Seymour. Mentioned neither team with a lot of success throwing the ball. I'd expect that to continue in the second half. Both teams leaning on the ground game, especially it is still raining here. Unfortunately, we got here about 4:15 or so, and it wasn't raining. We had a little brief shower for a little bit when we were here, but it did not start raining until right around kickoff at 7 o'clock, and it has not let up for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah, we really thought it would have passed over by now, but it was not meant to be, so we'll live with it. That's what happens when you play football outdoors. You play in the elements, and it's actually a really nice, comfortable night for high school football. It's not cold at all, just a little bit soggy. So Abingdon going to receive this kick. They've got River Carter back there deep, as he's been for most of the night. And he'll also have Martin Lucas standing next to him. And again, it will be a kickoff from Phelan, who showed a good leg, kicking a long field goal for Union as they got on the board right before the end of the half. 16-10 as we start the third quarter of play. PJ Johnson along with Sports Director Casey Getz bringing you the play-by-play action tonight from historic BULLITT Park. We're ready to play some football. Let's get her underway.
The ball fell off the tee. We're not ready yet.
Come on, we're on TV. You can't do that.
All right, so Fallon will re-tee it, and if it would happen to fall off again, one of the players will have to hold the ball. I have to reset the play clock. There we go. Again, let's give a big shout out to our 3 photographers in the elements: Keith Roberts, Tim Davis, Jessica Griffith there. We're in the nice, warm, dry press box. They have been out in this rain all day. Good job, guys, so far.
It'll be River Carter taking a short kick off one hop. Turns the middle field, and he's thrown down. Good tackle there by the Bears. So Gabe Booth will bring his team out on the field. And will they be able to mix it up like they did in the first half? Maybe a little more passing, or will they continue to feed the ball to Seymour and Lucas? I'm guessing the latter.
I would agree there. I think these conditions are not ideal for throwing the ball. Both of these teams probably had their druthers, would rather run it anyway. So I think we'll see a lot more of that. And I think the rain is picking up a little bit more now.
It does look like it is picking up. Maybe it's going to rain itself out. We'll be optimistic here. So Booth looks over to the sideline, gets the play, and we're ready to start the second half. Again, it's 16-10. Abingdon on top of Union. Crowd really getting up for this one. encouraging the fans, the bench here at Union, encouraging the fans to clang those cowbells and keep the cheers going. First down from the shotgun. Booth will hand it off to Seymour, hitting the backfield, and he'll take it in the line where he is met by a whole host of Bears.
That's a way to start the second half, and the Union defense showing a lot more life, a lot more energy here in the second half, looking back at the sidelines, trying to get each other pumped up and this crowd.
Rain continues to fall. Second down and long from the shotgun. Looks like the old Green Bay sweep. Here we go. Some running room, cut down. Jenkins comes up along with a couple other defenders. That was Noah Garrison taking his legs out.
That's going to set up about a 3rd and 5 now for the Falcons.
Martin Lucas stays in the game at running back. Gabe Booth taking the snap. Now he's going to change the play. Looks over. Does have wide receiver split to the far side. And he's going to look. He's got a one-on-one matchup. Throws it up. And it'll be picked off. It is picked off by Union. The first big turnover of the second half. And the Bears will take over. Austin Gibson comes up with that interception.
That's a great play by Gibson there to come up with the interception. The first turnover of the game for Abingdon. On 3rd down, they go for the big play. Gibson, great position as a defensive back.
Well, he was on an island out here, Casey. It's all Gibson. If he's not out there, this is a touchdown.
And he was boxing out the receiver there, not letting him come back to the ball. Great interception by Gibson. So Union's defense with a big play gives the offense great field position. Union's going to start this drive at their own 45-yard line.
Get a little Virginia Tech music in the background here. See if it gets them going. Turner from the shotgun this time. There's the handoff to Jenkins. And he's caught from behind. Don't say that a lot. Jenkins gets a couple of yards. Jackie Johnson knocking him down.
That's the play that Union really found something there in the second quarter, running to the left side of the line with Avery Jenkins, who's lined up on the right side of Bailey Turner. So he has an extra blocker kind of leading the way. That time he only got 2 yards, but that's the play that has had a lot of success for Union.
I have to believe that Abingdon made some adjustments at halftime to try to stop that counter play. Looks like Seymour's out here on linebacker on the right side. He'll be looking for Jenkins. The ball's on the ground.
Abingdon has it. There's a flag.
Flag also comes in.
I think it might be a face mask against Abingdon.
No, now the official is saying Abingdon ball, and they're picking up the flag. What's going on here, officials? Yes, he's waving off the flag. He is waving off the flag.
So that's yet another fumble there by Union. We'll take another look there. And
so one turnover begets another turnover, and Abingdon has the ball right back, this time with better field position as they cross the 50-yard line.
And that was Alvin Mullins, his second fumble recovery of the game. A defensive lineman's dream there to get 2 fumble recoveries in a game. Abingdon now, they're going to start this drive at the Union 46-yard line.
So that's Booth. He'll run it himself. Booth gets a couple of yards as he faked the handoff and just took it into the line.
I think that's the first time we've seen Gabe Booth run the ball tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a called play or Booth was unable to hand the ball off. It didn't look like it was a called play. Booth was kind of just anticipating, I suppose, so he just kept the ball. So this time, Booth will pitch it to River Carter, who cuts it up on the inside. He'll get close to the 40-yard line before he's tossed back. And it's Steven Anderson there coming in on the tackle for the Bears. 9 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Abingdon with their second possession after an opening interception. Gabe Booth has his team on the move. Again, that's Martin Lucas breaking loose. It's Lucas on the left side. He's got some running room. Going to the pylon. He'll score. Martin Lucas with the touchdown for Abingdon. 41 yards. It's Martin Lucas. Give him 6, Casey.
What a run there by Martin Lucas, taking advantage of yet another Union turnover. Let's take a look at this replay here. They fake the jet sweep with River Carter, and Martin Lucas breaks 3 tackles there, keeps the legs moving, and he goes 41 yards. Garrison tries to catch him, but to no avail. That makes it 22-10.
You know, Lucas is one of those kids, he's faster than he looks. When you first see him, he can build some speed, and he was able to pull away from the secondary. And now we've got a 22, soon-to-be 23 ball game.
Are they going to go for 2? Yeah, try and make it a 14-point game here.
They certainly are. 22-10 right now. It could be 24-10. It'll be Gabe Booth from the shotgun. He'll hand it to Seymour. Seymour's tripped up and looks like he's going to be just short, and he is short. So it's 22-10, Abingdon on top of Union. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Welcome back to Bullitt Park, where Union has been stunned by an Abingdon touchdown, capitalizing on a turnover. And Casey, that could be a game changer.
It really could. Union had momentum after the interception, and they fumble the ball yet again. William Seymour, 41-yard touchdown, the 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Martin Lucas with the 41-yard touchdown there. William Seymour had the first 2 rushing touchdowns for Abingdon. Lucas with that last one there, 41 yards. The 2-point conversion came up short, so it is now 22-10. Abingdon, 9:03 left in the 3rd quarter.
So it'll be Griffith to kick the ball off for the Falcons. And you know the speedster's back there waiting, just hoping to get his hands on it. But again, it's another short kick because they refuse to kick the ball to Avery Jenkins. They'd rather give up field position.
Yeah, they kick it out of bounds, and they'll put the ball at the 35. I think Abingdon's kind of said, all right, we'll just give it to you at the 35, and instead of letting Jenkins get it, the one time he did return it, he returned it out to the 45-yard line.
So you wonder how long it'll take before Union will have to open it up. They're now down by 12 points, and they've been pretty conservative, not throwing the ball a whole lot, staying with their ground game.
Yeah, that is that's their bread and butter, and they're not going to throw it unless they have to on 3rd down. I expect them to stay with their ground game. There's still plenty of time left, over 20 minutes left in this second half. The Union, they need to respond right now. If they fall behind anymore, it'd be really hard for them to come back.
As Casey said, Union's just not built to come back. They're built to get ahead and stay ahead. So here we go with 1st down in the rain at Bullitt Park. Bailey Turner in there from the shotgun. Here we go with that jet sweep. And that's the speedster. That's Jenkins. Boy, he just give him a little bit, and Avery Jenkins can get a lot. It was Jaden Booth coming up to make that tackle.
Yeah, Jenkins that time looked like he was almost going to break it there for a second. Union had the blockers, all got tripped up right there. And again, though, every one of his runs has come to the left side. So Union clearly likes that run coming to the short side of the field. It's working for them, but they have not really run Jenkins to the wide side of the field yet.
From the shotgun. Right up the middle. And it's a host of Falcons making that tackle. It looked like Stedham maybe getting the ball there, and Tyler Thayer coming in to make the tackle along with a couple of his Falcon friends.
As Aaron Stidham getting the 1st down for Union, that'll move the sticks. A good start to this drive. 2 plays and a 1st down for the Bears. First Jenkins and then Stidham. And the ball now sits at the Union 46-yard line.
Jenkins on the far side this time in motion. They'll hand it to him, sweeping Jenkins breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He'll get in the open down to the 40-yard line where he's thrown out of bounds by a big, hard-charging Jack Johnson, the linebacker, who was able to catch up with him.
Really nice play again. Sound like a broken record, but once again, they're running that ball to the near side of the field.
It was interesting this time. They split him back all the way on the right side to run back and take the pitch, coming back left.
And our photographer, Keith Roberts, there was in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Good job, Keith, to stay on the feet.
I think Keith may have gotten an assist on that tackle. Good job, big fella. Bailey Turner back behind the center. He's in the shotgun. Surrounded by the Bears. On the move, first down. Stedham hit in the backfield. Big hit by the Falcons. It looked like T.J. Taylor was in there along with
Brian Burke. That seems to be where Union is going now. It's either going to be Jenkins on the run to the short side, or it's going to be Stidham up the middle, and that time Brian Burke was having none of it there. But you have to do that to keep the defense honest. If you just run Jenkins out to the left every play, they're going to key on it. So you have to keep them honest, even though Stidham doesn't pick up a lot of yards. In fact, he may have lost a yard there, but you have to do that to keep the defense honest.
So that's Jenkins split out to the far right side. Now he's been coming back in motion to the left. Take the handoff to him. It's a counter play. Bryce Durant in the open. Durant in for a touchdown. Bryce Durant on a counter the other way. We said they were setting them up. They were running to the left, and all of a sudden the counter back to the right, and Bryce Durant scores on a touchdown from 43 yards out, and suddenly Union is right back in the ballgame.
And that's a great play call there by Union. You're running Jenkins to the short side, so you fake that. The whole defense goes to the left, and then Durant back to the right on the counter. 43 yards for the touchdown. And Union right back in this game. They're going to kick an extra point here and try and make it a 5-point game. It's 22-16. Justin Fallon now in to attempt the PAT.
And the kick is up, and it looks to be good, and it is 22-17. You're watching High School Football Live on News 5.
Are you or a loved one not hearing as well as you used to?
At the Falls Plaza Hearing Center, we offer a 60-day no-risk trial on all of our hearing aids. With no fitting fees and a free hearing aid evaluation, you can try the world's most advanced hearing technology with no risk and simply decide for yourself.
Falls Plaza has been voted the most trusted hearing care center in the region. Simply put, we treat our patients like family.
So come see them for a 60-day no-risk trial period.
65 yards, 2 minutes.
In 5 plays, Union goes 65 yards for the touchdown. It's 22-17 with 7 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Casey, this Union offense has shown they can be explosive.
And they do it all on the ground. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there's so many different formations they run out of, and they really found something there with Jenkins, lining him up almost as like an H-back there, and they really were running him often, setting it up to Durant to go back the counter to the wide side of the field. That was a nice, timely play call there by the Union offense. And that's the thing, you want to, as an offense, you want the defense's eyes to be going one way and then try and trick them up and go back the other way. That's exactly what Union did.
River Carter, along with Martin Lucas, back to receive the kick from Fallon. It'll be Carter taking it on about the 5-yard line. He's up to the 20. And he's hit hard, but he breaks the tackle, go to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line, where Abingdon will have it 1st and 10. Steven Anderson coming up to make the tackle. Turnovers have been the story of the night, and which team can capitalize on the turnover at the right time? Union showing that they've got explosive offensive moves when they need them, and they've come in handy a couple times tonight on long touchdown runs by the Bears. Gabe Booth leading his charge. It'll be Booth from the shotgun. Well, 3 wide receivers split to the far side, but he'll hand it off. Again, it's Martin Lucas. Lucas surrounded by Orange, and he'll go down for a big loss of about 2 or 3 yards.
That's a great job by the Union defense not to give Lucas, the corner, Durant, in on the stop after that long touchdown run. That's the thing at this level. A lot of guys play both ways. I mean, the conditioning they have to do during not just the offseason, but during the week as well of the game week to be in shape to play a lot of snaps.
Another handoff out the middle, and it's making, oh my goodness, he's going to be caught from behind. It was Jenkins, the only guy out there that could catch him, I suppose. Noah Garrison coming up to make the tackle there. An explosive play by the Falcons there
as Martin Lucas, they faked the jet sweep to River Carter, and then Lucas right up the middle, a big hole. Kudos to the Abingdon offensive line there, creating a lane that was very easy for Martin Booth to run through, and just like that, Abingdon in Union territory.
So Lucas gains 40 yards on that, and this will be Seymour going over the left side for another 4 or 5 yards. C.J. Jones coming up from the linebacker position to make the tackle.
It's a nice 1-2 punch. Abingdon has it running back there with Lucas and Seymour.
It really is. Both of them are very similar builds, similar speed, and they can pound the rock. Gabe Booth keeping the ball on the ground right now as the rain continues here in Big Stone. From the shotgun, Seymour crashes in for another couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and short.
What do you do now if you're Abingdon? 3rd and 5, it appears it'll be from the 35-yard line. Definitely you're at a point of the field where it's too far for a field goal kick. It'd be over 50 yards from here, but you're probably too close to punt the ball. So you look at it, if you're an offensive play caller, you may have 2 downs to pick up 5 yards, so the entire playbook open here.
Booth in the shotgun. Looks like he'll hand it off, and Seymour's hit in the backfield. Union kind of knew what that play was going to do, and C.J. Jones again leading the charge. And Jones is a fiery player. He likes to come over the sideline and get his team inspired after he makes a tackle. He's done that a couple of times.
And by that play call, that tells me Abingdon had every intention to go for it here on 4th down. You see Seymour almost fumbled that handoff there. A little shaky. Abingdon is lining up like they're going to go for it.
Yeah. So 4th down. Abingdon playing aggressive. Booth from the shotgun.
That was a false start on
Certainly
Abingdon.
Was. It looked like the right tackle moved. This could change. Now the coach of Abingdon's on the field complaining about that. He's still on the field. Still complaining. I don't think he could see what we could see from up here.
Now it's 4th and 11 from the 41. I think now this is a point where you'd want to punt this ball here and try and pin Union deep. And it looks like the punt team now is going to come onto the field.
Now keep in mind, this has been the hardest play to complete all night. Both punters have fumbled snaps because the snaps haven't been that good. And that's resulted in turnovers for both teams. So River Carter's back there to try to snare this one. That's a good snap this time. Carter, plenty of time to punt. Kicked it sky high. Last time he did this, he got an incredible roll. And he's going to get a few yards on this as the ball will come down close to the 22-yard line where it will be Union's ball. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand-cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
We're back here at BULLITT Park, where Union has taken a short punt by Abingdon and a short 1st down run, so it'll be 2nd down for Union as the Bears ran this play here with their speedster. And Mr. Jenkins had a lot of company that time, saying hello. And there was a flag on the play, apparently
holding against Union.
Holding play, yes. So I guess they'll replay 1st down and make it 1st and about 25. Is it a 15-yarder?
Yeah, 1st and 25.
So
it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It happened in the backfield, the holding call.
So Bailey Turner from the shotgun hands another counter play. Again, finding some room out there. It was Bryce Grant. And Grant is showing that he can run the counter. He's just not quite as fast as Avery Jenkins, but he still gets some yards out of it.
Yeah, Grant, he's filling in for Mason Poulier, who was injured in the first half, and he is sitting on the bench. I don't think Poulier will be coming back in the ball game tonight here. Grant, though, filling in very, very well with that long touchdown run there on the previous drive, and Union continuing to keep the ball on the ground here.
Bailey Turner from the shotgun. Fakes it to Grant.
Oh, ran into each other.
He ran into Jenkins and then kind of tackled him. And Bailey Turner's like, where are you going? You went the wrong way.
Jenkins is staying down on the field right now. I think they're going to stop it here. And
yeah, they're going to stop it, so we're going to stop it. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
I thought we'd already taken 3 breaks.
It's your second one, right?
Yeah, it was just a second one.
Yeah, we're on, yeah. All right, so they're going to attend to Avery Jenkins. He is down on the field.
All right, welcome back to Bullitt Park. And star player for Union down on the field, that's Avery Jenkins. He collided with his quarterback, Bailey Turner, and we're not really sure what happened there, Casey.
Looks like he is now getting up. Probably just got shaken up. The last thing he expected was his quarterback to be right there when they tried to run a counter that time. And yeah, Jenkins and Turner collided. Good to see Avery Jenkins up, and he's walking off on his own. He'll have to come out for at least one play. Here's the play here. And watch Jenkins and Turner just run into each other.
And I'm not sure if he turned his ankle after he collided with the quarterback. He kind of fell back awkwardly, but hopefully he'll be okay for a play or so. Turner now getting the play from his dad, and he's back into the game. Third down. Turner back to pass. He's going to scramble out. He's got a man to beat. He's close to the first down, but a big tackle by Abingdon is going to keep him just short.
That was the original first down. They had a long way to go there, so it's 4th and about 11 now for Union. So they're definitely going to have to punt the ball here as we approach the 2.5-minute mark of the third quarter. So Abingdon's defense now, they made a stand, made a stop. Union had a chance. This was their first chance they had to take the lead if they would have been able to do something on this drive, but they're going to have to punt the ball, and Abingdon should get really good field position here, PJ.
Looks like Carter back at about the 50-yard line waiting to field this punt.
The snap so critical for Union. There's a good one.
Another good punt. Good, clean reception. That is River Carter taking it down to about the 45-yard line where Abingdon will take over. Nick Durant comes up to make that tackle.
1:54 left in the third quarter, and this is going to be really good field position for Abingdon. They're going to start this drive at the Union 45-yard line. It's 22-17. This game's been back and forth. Abingdon jumped out 9-0. Then Union scored. They traded touchdowns. It was 16-10 at halftime. Abingdon scored first here in the third quarter. They went for 2. They did not get it, though, so it was 22-10. And then Bryce Grant scored a 40-yard touchdown to make it 22-17. That's where we stand right now.
The 33-yard punt on that play. Abingdon, that's Booth. He'll keep it off the left side, and next time he's got some running room. He'll be close to first down the sidelines. He'll be knocked out after a good run by the quarterback, Gabe Booth.
There's a flag on the play. I think that's coming back. They threw a flag on the Abingdon sideline, and see here, look for
see what happens
a
here.
Hold on the far side, right
there. It is.
Number
looks like the left tackle, perhaps.
So that negates a big run there for the Falcons. That holding call will put the ball back into Abingdon territory. The first and 18 after that penalty backs up Abingdon.
So again, it's Booth in the shotgun. And he'll just hand it off to Martin Lucas, who makes some good yardage out of that play. And again, one of the players saying it was a fumble. Let's see what the officials say. Kalen Gardner coming in to make the tackle. Another Abingdon players down on the field.
That was River Carter that was down. He's back up, kind of hopping around.
And the rain has really picked up here, Casey.
Yeah, Martin Lucas, he got popped right there on the sideline. That ball did come out. But they're going to say Abingdon possession still. It is 2nd and 10. That was an 8-yard gain for Martin Lucas. 1:25 left in the third quarter in the rolling clock.
Hit in the backfield is Lucas.
C.J. Jones.
C.J. Jones again. Boy, that kid is everywhere. Jones, your linebacker, number 44, linebacker number. And, boy, he is playing well. And a couple of the, looks like somebody's coming up limping there.
That's Bryce Grant. He's waving off the sidelines, trying to walk it off. He's been everywhere for Union. He's got to come out. He looks like he's in some obvious pain here. So 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 12 for Abingdon now. Less than a minute left in the third quarter.
From the shotgun. Booth going to the air, taking his time. He's going to scramble. Still alive. Getting up close to the original line of scrimmage. And it's Steven Anderson coming up to make the tackle.
And they say that he was stopped inbounds, so that clock is going to run. That'll likely be the final play of the third quarter.
Down to 15. Clock ticking away. As you see there on the scoreboard, provided tonight by HMG, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Abingdon 22 and Union 17. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
The Boo & Brews Spooktacular is back at BULLITT PARK Saturday, October 27th. The popular steak cook-off, costume contest, and inflatables, all fun for the family. 3 bands play throughout the day, so get down to BULLITT PARK Saturday. Gates open at 2.
We demand a lot from our trucks. We work, play, and practically live in them. Now, it's Toyota Truck Month, and Toyota has a great truck that's a perfect fit for you. Like the fun, fearless Tacoma, with the best resale value in its class. During Truck Month, get $1,000 cash back on a built-in-the-USA Tacoma, or lease one for just $269 per month. Toyota Truck Month. Find your perfect fit. Toyota, let's go places.
We're saving you money during Truck Month here at Toyota Kingsport.
Get $1,000 cash back on a new 2018 4Runner or Tacoma. Drive a new RAV4 only $209 a month.
I'm Chris Hill, here at Toyota of Kingsport. Saving people money has been my family's tradition for over 40 years.
Dr. Pastrick and the staff of the Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee would like to honor the memory of those who have lost the fight with breast cancer, as well as the survivors and those currently battling breast cancer. In the month of October, all cosmetic breast consultations are complimentary. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Pastrick to explore current options in breast enhancement surgery. For patients who have had breast implant surgery, we will make sure you are up to date with your screening, mammograms, and clinical exam.
Call Leo's Pest Control today.
Is your old heat pump dead? Is it costing you a lot of money to operate? Call Advanced Heating and Air and we will professionally install a new super efficient system today.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers paid training to take advantage of your interests in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Learn about all the STEM career opportunities at nationalguard.com.
Welcome back to Bullitt Park. It's the start of the fourth quarter, 22-17, Abingdon with the lead over Union. Don't forget, we will be naming a play of the game brought to you by Mountain Empire Community College. We'll be making that selection after the game, and it will be part of our post-game show as Casey will talk to some of the winners. Meanwhile, we're back here waiting for a fourth down and long for Abingdon. It looks like they're ready to punt the ball away, and the rain continues to fall. Another straight-up kick by River Carter. That's going to get another good roll. But Union will have decent field position as they'll take over on the 25-yard line. And, Casey, I expect to see a dose of running backs again.
Yeah, we have a player down for Union.
Yeah, it does look like we do have another player down, so this is a good time for us to take another break. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Savings up to $13,500 on our massive inventory of over 100 Silverados. 18 Silverado LTZ Crew Cab, $13,500 off. 18 Silverado All-Star Crew Cab, $12,000 off. 18 Trax, 22% off. 19 Equinox, 20% off. Check out all our savings online, and don't forget Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
Welcome back to Bullitt Park, everyone. Just looking over some third quarter stats, and if you look at the rushing numbers, Casey, are almost identical.
Yeah, in the third quarter, Abingdon had 101 yards rushing, Union 90. The two teams combined for 0 passing yards in the third quarter. Abingdon attempted 1 pass. It was intercepted. So this has turned into a true ground game and very few passes for the entire game. You look at Abingdon, they've completed 3 passes for 31 yards. Union has 2 passes completed for 28 yards. Rushing yards, it's 157 plus 90. That'd be 247 yards rushing for Union. For Abingdon, they have 149 yards rushing. It's pretty clear where this game's going to be decided. That's Stephen Anderson, who is coming off the field.
Looks like he has a cramp, and they stretched him out, and now they've got him off the field, so Union will be able to take over here. 22-17, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in Big Stone Gap. Under the center this time. Bailey Turner with the sweep play. Big block there, but nice tackle by Abingdon as they come up. And that's Tyler Thayer coming up to make the tackle, as Union tried to catch them a little sleep there, but didn't quite work out.
Yeah, they went back to the wing T formation there, the full house backfield. We haven't seen that in quite a while. It's been mainly out of the shotgun in the second half for Union, but they will mix up the looks they're going to present there and put Avery Jenkins in some different spots. And interesting to see if Bryce Garant, he was had to come off the play. Now we have another player down for Union.
Boy, cramping seems to be like an epidemic here. We've had 2 or 3 cramps, and that's our speedster getting cramped up there. Avery Jenkins trying to stretch it out.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So this gives us a chance to take another break, and we'll do that. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
There's 2 ways you can schedule an appointment with Precision Electrical. You can call 423-245-7179 or online at precisionelectricalco.com.
Everyone's personal electrician.
Through your generosity, more than $165,000 was raised to help aid the victims of Hurricane Florence. On behalf of our friends at Food City and everyone here at News 5 WCYB, thank you for your support.
Back at Bullitt Park, that's Bailey Turner handing the ball off, and it's Bryce Durant with another good run as he breaks the tackle and gets the ball up to the 40-yard line. Sean Canada coming there to make the tackle.
With Avery Jenkins out of the game, Durant now will be the man Union leans on to run the ball, and that was a good old-fashioned run there. A little power play by Durant. Good job by the offensive line. Picks up a first down, and Union moving. They're now at their own 40-yard line, down by 5.
Let's see if they can keep it going here. Bailey Turner under center this time. Handoff in the backfield. He's going nowhere.
That was Stidham on the carry.
Seymour with the tackle there.
Seeing Jenkins on the sideline, still trying to stretch out a little bit. Doesn't quite look like he's ready to come back in the game. So without him in the game, it's going to, I think, have to lean on Durant in that run game. And really, now Union lacks that explosive weapon with Jenkins out, but Durant and the others are going to have to step up. Stidham, and maybe see Bailey Turner maybe put the ball in the air here.
Turner under center. He is going to put it in the air. A little pop pass, but that's way over the head of his intended receiver, which was Durant, who was out there wide left.
Now it's 3rd and 10 with 10:06 left in the fourth quarter. Jenkins has his helmet back on. Looks like he's going to come back into the game.
Yep, he appears to have stretched out the calf or whatever was giving him a problem there. And Avery Jenkins, number 20, getting the call along with Bailey Turner as Travis Turner. No, Jenkins going to stay on the sidelines now, and Turner goes in the game. Turner from the shotgun this time. Turner to throw. He'll put it up. And that ball goes out of bounds as he misses his in target. That's Justin Phelan out there. He was open, but Bailey anticipating him to turn a little bit quicker, I think.
That will require Phelan now to stay in the game and punt the ball on 4th down. So Union had that nice run by Durant to pick up the first down. Then they got no more yards on the drive. So Abingdon will get the ball back up by 5. 10:03 left in the fourth.
Now this has been a shaky proposition for Union tonight, getting the snap away to the punter. 2 times they've had bad snaps and resulted in 2 turnovers. This time good snap and good kick. Phelan's got a good leg, kicks a low one. It's going to take a bounce that's in favor of Union. That'll all roll down, but there is a flag back there, and I think they may have run into the punter, Casey.
If it's running into the kicker, that's only 5 yards, a personal foul, which they're calling. That's an automatic first down for Union, so that is a big, big call.
Let's see if we've got a replay on that. If we do, we'll throw it in there.
That was 4th and 10. And the official called a personal foul, so that'll be 15 yards, and that'll be a killer penalty by the Abingdon special teams. And here is the replay on the punt.
You can't quite see when you follow the ball, so it gives you an idea, though, that there was 2 Abingdon Falcons that were approaching the punter, so obviously one of them crashed into him, or they would not have thrown the flag. So Union gets a big break. They're on the 45 now. They're in enemy territory, and they're marching for what could be a game-winning score. Who knows? They're down 22-17. Turner from the shotgun. He's on the 50. That's Jenkins in motion. Counter play. Durant breaking another tackle. Boy, he's a tough runner between the lines, Casey.
He really is. That time they used Jenkins as a decoy. Not quite sure yet if he's back to 100%. We haven't seen him with the ball in his hands since he left the game. But Durant picks up 7 on the play. It's 2nd and 3. And with how methodical Union is and really lacking other than Jenkins, that big play, it is odd to say this, but almost the clock at 9:20 is almost becoming a part of an issue where you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get in this ball game.
Exactly. This time from the shotgun, Turner. He'll hand it Jenkins. The speedster's out on the left side. He's going to have to turn the corner, but he's met by a host of Falcons led by Jaden Booth.
Yeah, Abingdon, a great job there, really holding the perimeter there, making Jenkins stretch it out, running east-west more than north and south, and eventually the defenders were able to rally him up there, and let's call that one no gain on the play. So it sets up a big 3rd and 3, and no question, I mean, barring a loss of yards, I mean, this is 4-down territory for Union. So they look at it as where they have, 2 plays to get the 4 yards. They actually lost a yard on that play.
Well, they certainly did. Turner gets the play. Now he's talked to his dad and He'll run back into the ball game. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Turner this time looks like he'll be from the shotgun. Abingdon say, hey, they move. Yeah, a motion play. Here it comes. And again, swarmed by the Abingdon defense. Is Stedham? No, it was not Stedham. That was Jack Johnson that led the charge in there. And it was Garant. Garant got the carry there, but boy, they were waiting for him.
Yeah, really nice play right there. Tyler Thayer also in on the coverage, and now with they lost some yards on that play, so I wonder now, I think, let's take a look here at Garant. Thayer and company in on the stop. I think Union, they may it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 7 from the 42-yard line.
It may be what you said. With 7 minutes, 37 seconds left, they weren't sure they're going to have enough time to score. They need a touchdown. They're down 22-17. That's Bailey Turner in the shotgun. Jenkins on his side. It's Turner to throw the ball. He'll throw it up. There's receivers out there, but the throw is over his head, and Abingdon has held him. Jaden Booth on the coverage.
Yeah, River Carter came in and put some pressure on Bailey Turner. See here the pressure coming from right up the middle.
And again, the passing game lets Union down, and Abingdon will take over apparently.
Well, that tells me Travis Turner, he trusts his defense. I mean, he put them, you know, he could have punted the ball there and tried to pin Abingdon deep in their end, but he went for it there, and he trusts his defense. We will get a stop with 7:19 left. So now let's see if the Union defense can hold Abingdon here.
Looks like Martin Lucas standing next to Gabe Booth in the backfield. Lucas has had a big game. He'll take the handoff from Booth and go up the middle. But not much of a gain, if any at all. Brandon Bunch, who has made a bunch of tackles in the tackle for Union. Six minutes, 54 seconds to go. Abingdon trying to move the ball. That's Gabe Booth putting the ball up, and he does complete the pass over the middle for a first down. Bryce Garant comes up for the tackle.
That's the first completed pass of the second half by Abingdon. Let's take another look here. Nice confident throw there by Booth to River Carter. We have a Union player down on the field.
So while we have another player injury, we'll take a break. You're watching high school football live on News 5.
My man, Mike.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Our daughter loves her new Honda, so I'm here to look at the Accord.
Excellent. The Accord LX comes standard with a turbocharged engine and our full suite of Honda sensing safety and driver assist technologies.
2018 North American Car of the Year?
Yes, the Accord was voted best in innovation, design, and value.
That settles it. I'll take it.
You're gonna share it, right? Come in to test drive the Honda Accord, the 2018 North American Car of the Year.
Well, we're back here at BULLITT Park. Garant has had a huge game tonight, Casey, but again, a lot of players coming up with cramps, and Garant is the latest victim.
Yeah, you always think of cramps as something that's going to be when it's, 80, 85 degrees outside, and not really cold just with the rain. It's probably in the 50s, low 50s, maybe upper 40s right now.
Perfect football weather, actually, if not for the rain.
Yeah, and really it seems like that only the Union players are the ones that have been cramping. I don't recall an Abingdon player yet coming up with any cramps. So this is, I think, the third Union player that has had what it looks like to be cramping issues so far. Garant, Jenkins had one as well, and another player did as well.
And you pointed this out before, with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go, and Union basically keeping the ball on the ground, it's imperative they stop Abingdon here just so they'll have enough time to put together a drive to perhaps win the ballgame.
Yeah, that's the negative when you go forward on 4th and 7 from the 42 is you give Abingdon great field position. So even if they don't score, you're going to get the ball deep in your own end there. That was a big play by Abingdon throwing the ball. That was their first completed pass of the second half. Gabe Booth made a really nice throw, only the second pass he's attempted in the second half. And he hit River Carter in stride on a slant. So Abingdon has the ball now at the Union 42-yard line. They're up by 5, and that clock is running, approaching 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
So there's Booth. He'll fake the handoff and keep it himself for a couple of yards off the right side. He's done it a couple of times here in the second half. Brandon Bunch again on the tackle for the Bears.
And Abingdon certainly now will be in no hurry. Up by 5, the clock on their side. The play clock hasn't even started running yet. Now it just started running, so Abingdon will certainly milk this clock for as much as they can as we approach 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Gabe Booth doing a good job in the backfield for the Falcons. He'll hand it off. Another sweet play by Abingdon and a big tackle there as Martin Lucas goes off the right side. Noah Garrison comes up to make a hard tackle. Third down and long for Abingdon. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the ball game.
It's a big third down. If Abingdon is able to pick this up, they can take a couple more minutes off the clock with the lead. You would think the ball's at the 37-yard line. It's a 3rd and 5.
River Carter last time got open over the middle, a little slant play. Wouldn't be surprised to see Booth go back to that. Or will they just stick to the ground play and see what happens? This is Booth. Handoff up the middle. That's Seymour spinning, keeping those legs turning. I think he got the first down.
Yes, he did. William Seymour. We haven't seen a lot of him running the ball in the second half. It's been primarily Martin Lucas. And a big third down. Abingdon decides to keep it on the ground. Seymour is awfully tough to bring down. That's the second time we've seen him spin off a tackle. He did that in the first half for a touchdown. Now the clock under 5 minutes. The ball at the 29-yard line. And really, I think if Abingdon gets one more first down, Union is going to have to start think about using their timeouts here.
That's Gabe Booth in the backfield from the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Seymour. Another big haul up the middle. There's Seymour into the secondary. Seymour breaks a tackle. He's going for the goal line. He scores, but a flag is thrown. Is that a face mask, perhaps?
That's what I would think would be a face mask, maybe as they're trying to strip the ball. I think they actually called him down maybe inside the 1-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. What a run by Seymour. He's done it again, Casey.
Let's look at the replay here. Seymour just breaks through the line, breaks a couple of arm tackles. Yeah, I think it was definitely a face mask.
It sure looked like he was over the goal line on that replay.
You saw a couple of arm tackles there. You wonder if some of these Union guys are a little tired on defense. And you're not going to bring down William Seymour just trying to reach out with your arms and bring him down. So this ball is probably as close as it can be to a touchdown without actually being a touchdown.
So they ruled Seymour down, and now that actually hurts Union because more clock will be going off. More time will be going off the clock, I should say.
The officials getting together here for a conference.
Still to come, our play of the game brought to you by Mountain Empire Community College. We're going to have our choice, it appears, so we'll get together and decide on that. Meanwhile, Gabe Booth goes back to talk to the coach and say, you sure you want to run that play? Okay, we'll run that play. This shouldn't be too tough a decision here on the goal line.
Now it would be a matter of which running back you're going to hand the ball to here, Lucas or Booth.
You got the 1-2 punch.
And it could be a quarterback sneak here as well from Gabe Booth.
Could be, and it is a quarterback sneak. Booth goes down, and there's a signal, touchdown. The official calls touchdown on that play as Gabe Booth sneaks it over for what appears to be the clinching game-winning touchdown. 28-17 right now with the extra points still to come.
I like that play because you take away the chance of a handoff fumble between the running back and the quarterback. So now it's an 11-point game.
Officials, I guess, talked about it. They did give him a touchdown, but we thought that was indicated earlier. So
as an 11-point game, I would think you'd want to kick the extra point to make it a 12-point game, so you would have to have 2 touchdowns. But it looks like Abingdon is going to try to go for 2 here. An 11-point game, you could theoretically, if you score a touchdown and go for 2, then you'd only be down by 3. You need a field goal here. So I would think maybe you want to kick the extra point here, but Abingdon's going to try to go for 2.
Yep. So Booth with Seymour standing next to him in the backfield. Motion play. Booth fakes it. He's going to put it to the air. He does that. Ball's up and caught, but incomplete. And so the extra point is no good. Ross Durant coming up to help make that defensive stop there. Durant, of course, went out of the game a few minutes ago with a cramp, but now he apparently is back.
So there you see the ball gets tipped up there. Durant
hit Grant in the back of the helmet, it looked like.
And so it's 28-17, 11-point game, 3:55 left. Certainly now, Union, they need 11 points in less than 4 minutes. And they have struggled throwing the ball here in the second half. They need a big kick return. They're not going to kick it to Avery Jenkins. I would expect Abingdon to kick it out of bounds like they have a majority of the night and give Union the ball at the 35-yard line.
Of course, we talked about this in the pregame show. Abingdon is actually a 3A school in a 2A conference, which is kind of complicated. But nevertheless, with a win tonight, Abingdon will be crowned conference champions, correct, Casey?
Well, at least co-champs. I mean, they still have to play Lehigh next week, where if they were to lose that game, they would be co-champs with Ridgeview, but they would, of course, win the tiebreaker.
That last touchdown, by the way, took 7 plays, 58 yards, and took 3 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock. And that's the key thing. That's time that Union could not afford to lose. So, again, Griffith will be kicking this ball off. It looks like Jenkins is back. Jenkins has had some problems with cramps as well. This time they're actually going to kick it down the sidelines. It will bound, and Jenkins picks it up on the 1, and he'll try to reverse field. He gets a hole and breaks a tackle, but then he's corralled by a number of Falcons just short of the 20-yard line. That's where they'll have to do their work as Union trails here 28-17 with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
That was a really nice kick there by Griffith to down in the corner there. Jenkins had to go get it because the ball stopped about the 1-yard line, and he was able to only take it out to the 19. So that was even better than kicking it into the end zone and out to the 20-yard line. So that was a really good job there. So Union now again, down by 11. They don't need a touchdown. If they would get into field goal range, they could kick a field goal and still make it a 1-possession game, but they're going to need a touchdown at some point. So certainly that's going to be the first goal here for the Bears.
Turner from the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. That's Jenkins, it looks like, for a decent gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, Bailey Turner is not going to be able to run over anymore and get the play call. That takes too much time, and Coach Turner waved them off and said, we got to stay out there and do a hurry-up offense with 3.5 minutes left, down by 11.
They need a real hurry-up offense. Turner from the shotgun. Jenkins to his side. Turner's going to throw it up, and no one's there. The ball goes out of bounds. That ball was intended out there for the wide receiver, Nick Durant, who was there, but he's the tight end. Durant was open, but the ball was behind him.
That sets up a 3rd and 6, and again, this is where Union would rather not be, in 3rd and more than about 3 or 4 yards. No team really wants to be in that long, but especially a team that does not prefer to throw the ball, but here they have no choice. 3rd and 6.
It's Turner, screen pass, that'll be incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down facing the Bears.
And the scoreboard says only 3rd down here, but this is 4th down.
That's 0 for 5 for Turner in the passing department this quarter.
Union has to go for it here on 4th and 6, down by 11 with 3:15 left. They have no choice.
It's been a very physical ball game, and Abingdon's defensive line has done a great job holding Union down, and the blockers have opened some huge holes for those great running backs for Abingdon. That's been the difference. Turner to the air. It's behind the receiver again. And Union has turned the ball over on downs.
And Abingdon takes over at the Union 23-yard line, up 11. They have a chance now to put the final nail in the coffin. We got Sky 5 up. The rain has finally stopped.
With 3 minutes and 11 seconds left, the rain stopped. Thank you. We love to see Sky 5. We appreciate the folks at Food City for jumping on board the sponsorship this week. Sky 5 bringing you views that only we can bring you and no one else. Look at that beautiful side of BULLITT Park. Look, is that just terrific? Wow. So, does Abingdon just run out the clock? Do they try to score and really wrap it up? Right now, the clock is the enemy of Union. They're down 28-17 with 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go, and Gabe Booth takes his charge from the shotgun.
To answer your question, yes and yes.
It wasn't a very hard question for sure. It looks like Lucas in the backfield. Lucas will take the handoff right into the old hole that was not there as he goes off tackle. Brandon Bunch, who's had a terrific game. A lot of folks looking at Bunch, Coach tells us. Yes. Hopefully he can play on the next level.
Absolutely. That is the goal. Union calls their first timeout of the second half.
Sky 5 again giving you some great views of up there in the sky. It's a terrific place for us to use the drone because it's so photogenic up here. As we noticed on the drive up, the leaves are changing and the rain and everything else making it so nice.
You see Sky 5's flying over the baseball field behind the scoreboard here in this BULLITT Park. Beautiful complex. Again, that was the first time out of the second half by Union. They still have 2 more to go here. It's 2nd and 9 for Abingdon. I would expect nothing but the ground game here for either Lucas or Seymour the rest of the way. I don't see any need for Abingdon to throw the ball. No reason to.
Well, they're both terrific running backs. A very similar style, and you're not going to arm tackle these guys. You have to pop them. And they've been the difference in this ball game. All the tough running. As you look at the field, this field was in pretty good shape when we started, but you can see it's gotten torn up in the middle. And all that has been this fighting we've had on the offensive and defensive lines, making room for these running backs. 3 minutes to go here in Big Stone Gap. 2nd down and long. Booth will hand it off to Seymour. Huge hole over the right side, and there goes Seymour spinning again for another first down, it appears.
He did get a first down, did Seymour. A big hole opened up there on that play. Abingdon really imposing their will, their offensive line. Great job. Give a shout out to those guys. You get Gage Basham, Major Cook, Spencer Buddington, Isaac Singleton, and Dylan Hale doing a great job for this ground game by Lucas and Seymour.
Gabe Booth with 2 minutes, 39 seconds, clock ticking away, taking his time. He'll let the play clock run down. Booth hands it to Seymour, who busts right in the middle, trying to just find an inch or two. Right now, the clock is the enemy for Union, not Abingdon.
Union not calling a timeout after first down, and expect that to use the timeout after second down, but Abingdon is going to let that clock. It should be able to run under 2 minutes before they have to snap the ball again here.
Now keep in mind, Union's only lost 1 game all year, so this is going to be tough on the Bears as we head toward the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, this will be their first home loss. Their only other loss of the season was at Ridgeview back in September. Play clock appears to not be working right now.
Not be working now, yeah. So Booth from the shotgun. He'll hand it off. Big run up the middle. Is that Seymour going in again?
That's a touchdown, yep.
And that is Seymour. That will kind of clinch it here. Seymour cashes in after another big run by the rumbling guy.
There's his 3rd touchdown of the game. William Seymour, and
oh, look at that.
Up and over Jenkins there.
Don't forget, instant replay brought to you by Sounds Hearing Centers tonight. We appreciate them coming on board. And, man, we've shown a lot of instant replays tonight. 34-17, soon to be 35 if we get the kick away from Mr. Griffith.
And the crowd that made the long drive up from Abingdon, they have a lot to cheer about, and they'll have a very happy drive back. And the extra point is up and good, and the Abingdon trip back to the school tonight will be a fun bus ride back for these Falcons. They've earned it.
Well, we've talked about these running backs for Abingdon. You know, Gabe Booth gets a lot of the headlines as the quarterback, but William Seymour and Martin Lucas are like a two-headed monster. And you've got to be able to pop these guys. You cannot arm tackle them. And Seymour has just been terrific here in this fourth quarter.
He really has, and it has Lucas. And I just said it once, I'll say it again, you know, give a shout out to the offensive line. Gage Basham, Major Cook, Spencer Buddington, Isaac Singleton, and Dylan Hale. The offensive line, there was a
personal foul.
Offsetting personal fouls against both teams. But Abingdon now, both of these teams will be 7-2 going into the final week of the season. Next week, Abingdon, they're at home against Lehigh Union. They travel down to Bristol to play John Battle next week.
That drive took 4 plays, 24 yards, capped off by the touchdown. It also took 1:30 off the clock. So it's 35-17, and unless Union can figure out a 3-touchdown play here, they're in big trouble.
Yeah, and the Bears fans that had stayed around now, they are starting to head to the exits, and they are not used to seeing their team lose like this at BULLITT Park. I mean, this has to be, you know, last year, obviously, they lost. There's a 3-point loss to Appomattox here in the state semifinals, but this has to be one of the worst losses they've had at BULLITT Park spread-wise in quite a long time.
And you have to give Abingdon a lot of credit. I mean, they've gotten a lot better since we watched them early in the season against John Battle. They've got an explosive backfield, but I'm impressed by their defense, and their offensive line opened up some huge holes for this great backfield they have.
And Coach Amberger, he told us that for Abingdon, we'll finish it after the play here.
This is Jenkins. He's got some daylight, but he's also got some Falcons surrounding him up as he gets tackled just short of the 30-yard line. So we'll have another 1:35 for Union to try to get something on the board.
He told us, when we talked to him earlier this week, PJ, that when Abingdon lost to Hidden Valley, he said that was really a galvanizing moment for this team. He felt like they did not play anywhere close to their potential. They had a team meeting the Monday after that game, and since then, they have really improved. They have not lost since then. I believe they were 2-2 at one point.
I think you're right, yeah.
Or maybe 3-2, and they've reeled off several wins in a row now. And again, beating Ridgeview last week, who was undefeated. They won that game in overtime, 36-30. Now tonight they come on the road to BULLITT Park, put up 35 points. Abingdon's going to be a dangerous team heading into the playoffs in 3A.
Certainly. So that's Bailey Turner in the backfield. And it looks like there was some movement, and there's the flag. There was some movement as it looked like a running back just fell over.
Yes, he started leaning that way, and gravity took over. So back him up 5 yards. And
looks like our rain showers are back. You can see the play is not going to count because there was movement there. It looked like Stedham getting the call.
Now, the one thing for Union, you want to talk playoffs again, they're going to finish the regular season next week at John Battle. But does this drop them at all? They were the number 2 seed entering this week behind Ridgeview. They were ahead of Grayson County and Graham. I think Union's pretty safe to stay in the top 4 where they would get that first round home playoff game, which is obviously the goal. Well, but if they drop out of the number 2 seed, then they would theoretically, if the seeds hold, they would have to go on the road in round 2 instead of playing here.
One of the differences in TSSAA and VHSL is those power rankings, and sometimes they're hard to figure out. The coaches know how to do it, and I've tried to do it in the past, and I'm not good at math.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, Tennessee is much easier. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and so on and so forth. It's a little different in Virginia, figuring out, though, how they get to the rankings.
So Turner will hand it off. And it looks like the clock will continue to click down. 1:25 and counting here in Big Stone Gap. A lot of the Abingdon fans hanging around with the umbrellas out.
As they should.
One giant umbrella we see over there as well. I mean, that could hold up about a half dozen people. Need that on the golf course. Get the whole foursome under that one. Well, again, we just want to thank all the great folks up here in Big Stone Gap that have been so kind to us today, not only to us, but our crew. We have a massive crew up here that have worked all day to bring you this game in the rain. They set up this whole setup in the rain this morning and just had a good time doing it. And we appreciate all the help we've got from Union High School and the folks here in Big Stone. As I know the play in the backfield is corralled by Union because corralled by Abingdon, I should say, because there's nothing really to put on your hat here, Casey. This game's practically over.
Yeah, give a big shout out to Keith Roberts, photographer down on the field. Tim Davis, Jessica Griffith there in the end zones. Jamie Motes, he's down there on the field running cables with Keith. And I believe that'll be the final play of the game as Coach Turner has told his guys to come on over, and this will be the final, 35-17.
Yeah, they're just going to let it tick off. It looks like Abingdon is going to shake some hands here. So 35-17, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we don't want to forget our good buddy Travis Wyatt, who's been running our main camera tonight, as always. Never missed a shot in his life, and he's bringing you most of the pictures tonight as the two teams will get together on the field and give some good sportsmanship. It was a terrific ball game, 35-17. Casey, you're going to make your way downstairs and talk with the winners, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm going to head down there. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, Casey Getz, and we'll be back with more of News 5 coverage of high school football live right here on News 5.
To celebrate Grand's 107th anniversary, we're giving you an extra $107 off, plus 2 years no interest. Get this 5-piece dining set for just $7.92, plus get a free matching bench. Celebrate and save at Grand Home Furnishings now.
Since you have a job now and you're wanting to save for a car, we are going to Lee Bank today.
That was fast and easy. With cashback checking and direct deposit, I can start looking for my new dream car. Thanks, Mom.
Lee Bank World-Class Products Hometown Service.
Are you building or remodeling? Come visit Hard Rock Stone and Tile, the area's largest indoor design center. From award-winning fabrication to installation, Hard Rock Stone and Tile is a clear choice. We have a huge selection of floor and wall tile, and our indoor warehouse is stocked with the latest trends in granite, marble, and quartz slabs. Our experienced design consultants are ready to help you match up tile and slabs for your next project. Come see us in Piney Flats or visit online at hardrockstone.com.
Years ago, a handshake was all it took to make a deal. Buying a vehicle has changed.
But Morgan McClure hasn't. We're still Southwest Virginia's #1 Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and GMC dealer.
And for good reason. No games, no dock fees, straight talk, award-winning service and body shop.
And our prices absolutely will not be beat. Morgan McClure Chevrolet, Buick, Cadillac, and Coburn.
Morgan McClure Chevrolet, GMC, and Castlewood.
Come in and see us. You'll be glad you did.
Love of beauty is taste. The creation of beauty is art. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee, the office of Dr. Gregory Pastrick, maintain the highest standards of quality and excellence. With years of experience, proven ability, and success, Dr. Pastrick provides his patients with guidance and treatment options to help you achieve the look you desire at any age. The Plastic Surgery Center of East Tennessee is the Tri-City's premier cosmetic facility.
With work and school, I don't know when I'll get to a bank.
I can do all my banking online anytime. You can open your own account online with Lee Bank.
That sounds great. I've got my phone with me, so I'm going to take care of that right now.
Lee Bank World-Class Products Hometown Service.
Grand is celebrating 107 years of making sure you get the best night's sleep at the best price. That's why we offer the area's largest selection of mattresses, with prices starting as low as just $99. Only at Grand Home Furnishing.
Welcome back to BULLITT Park, the Mountain Empire Community College play of the game. And there's so many plays we could have selected, but we decided to go with number 41, the big fullback for Abingdon, William Seymour. Now, this was not a touchdown. We thought it was a touchdown, but it broke the game wide open because that was Seymour running in for the touchdown. He was stopped just short of the touchdown, and they scored on the next play on the quarterback sneak, which put this game out of reach. And it was, in fact, won by Abingdon tonight as they knock off Union. Union doesn't lose a lot of games here in Big Stone Gap. So terrific play there. That was our play of the game, brought to you by the Mountain Empire Community College. Meanwhile, sports director Casey Getz has made his way down on the field to talk to the victors, the Abingdon Falcons. Casey?
Thanks a lot, PJ. Joined now by Garrett Ambergy, head coach of Abingdon. Coach, you guys win 35-17. What did you learn about your team tonight?
Man, they played great. You know, we're so proud of them. Just tremendous effort. They stayed together, stayed, unified together, and that's the way they play. I'm just pleased. It's all them, guys. It's all them. I told them right there, I said, I'm just riding the train, clanging the bell. It's all them. It's their effort and their desire, and I'm just enjoying it. So, great job.
Your running game tonight, Martin Lucas. and William Seymour. 4 touchdowns combined between those two. What did they show you tonight?
You know, they had to deal with the elements, and we knew it was going to be that way, and they played great. You know, they ran hard. Our linemen really took over the game there at the end, got some crucial first downs, and was able to punch it in and put the game away. So proud of them, so proud of the way they played. Just a tremendous job.
What can you say about your defense? Abingdon or Union has a very explosive running game there. Jenkins had 2 pretty good runs. Around that, you guys really shut them down and owned the line of scrimmage.
They did. You know, they did a great job against the run, and a few times there on the pass plays, they broke it up. So just a tremendous job by them. They play extremely hard and fly around, and we tackled well. So very proud of them.
You told us during the week that you played some one-hit wonder songs this week. You told your team you beat Ridgeview, but can you go on the road and do it again? They did it.
No one-hit wonder. So they put that to rest. So very proud.
Coach, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is Garrett Amberger, the head coach of the Abingdon Falcons. Abingdon wins 35-17 over Union. Both teams now 7-2 heading into the final game of the regular season next week. Abingdon is at home against Lehigh. Union on the road at John Battle. PJ, we'll send it back upstairs to you.
All right, Casey, we're getting Jim Denton in position here. We've got some final stats for this ball game. And again, if we could, I want to tell the truck I'd like to run that Mountain Empire Community College play of the game again if we could get that sorted out. But until then, we'll get Jim here on the mic. And Jim, you've been doing these stats. At first, there was not a whole lot of stats to do, but boy, we had an explosive second half, didn't we?
That we did, especially in the fourth quarter for Abingdon. Lots of things going on there. For the fourth quarter, Abingdon had 84 total yards, 101 in the third quarter, so a big second half. They had 264 total yards for the game, 217 rushing, 47 in passing. Gabe Booth was 4 of 10 in passing with 1 interceptions, and they had 9 first downs for the game. For Union, tough night in the passing department there. 0 for 6 in the fourth quarter, 2 for 9 for the game, and 28 yards total. They did have 269 rushing yards for the game, and the time of possession almost even. 2 seconds separated it. 24:01 in time for Abingdon, and 23:59 for Union. You can't get much more balance than that time of possession-wise.
The most important stat of all, 35-17. That's our final. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Mountain Empire Community College can help you balance everyday life with a focused college experience. Explore career pathways in healthcare, manufacturing, technology, business, criminal justice, and more. Schedule a personal career advising session today.
JJ's Restaurant and Sports Bar, a great place to catch the game with friends or catch up with family. Got a corporate event or family function? JJ's offers full-service catering. Open 7 days a week. Like us on Facebook for daily specials. JJ's Restaurant and Sports Bar, 115 Charwood Drive, Abingdon, Virginia.
Maintaining your property is a big task, and Kubota's L-Series is up to the challenge. Enjoy the reliability and confidence of Kubota's L-Series tractors with a 6-year powertrain warranty. Kubota offers a quick attach loader and quick hitch to easily switch tasks. Choose your power with gear drive or hydrostatic transmissions. Now with package deals starting at $16,599 and 0% for 84 months.
I'm William Jones with Johnson City Kubota. Come in and get your L-Series tractor package today. When you're ready to work, we're ready to work.
News 5 WCYB will be giving away 2 tickets to Dollywood every weeknight through Thanksgiving during News 5 Tonight. On Black Friday, 1 grand prize winner will be chosen from the daily Dollywood ticket winners. The grand prize winner will receive 4 tickets to Dolly Parton's Christmas Celebration Dinner Show, plus 2 extra Dollywood tickets and 4 Time Saver passes. Register today on the contest page at WCYB.com and tune into News 5 Tonight, weeknights, during Storm Track 5 weather with Dave Dirks for winner announcements.
Papa Ton's Cantina, serving up Southwestern and Latin-style street food Tuesday through Sunday. Join us for Tuesday Taco Madness or Wet Burrito Wednesday. Like us on Facebook to keep up with our daily specials. Papa Ton's Cantina, 924 East Main Street, Abingdon, Virginia.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Hands-on, real world, from college to career in less than 15 weeks. Mountain Empire Community College,
where our students succeed because they learn they can.
The play that broke the game wide open, the Mountain Empire Community College play of the day. And what else can you say by number 41, William Seymour, Casey?
It has a third down run down to the 1 yard line. Gabe Booth ran that in on a quarterback sneak. That was the play of the game, and Abingdon gets the win 35-17.
Well, we've had a terrific time here in Big Stone Gap. Again, we want to thank all the folks involved with this, including our sponsors. Sounds Hearing Centers came on tonight for our instant replay. The play of the game brought to you by Mountain Empire Community College, Facebook Live, Auto World, Chance Scott, our good buddy there. Our scoreboard, as always, HMG, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, your health partner for life. Pre-game, Brown Dental. Halftime, Associated Tree Services Incorporated. And, of course, we got Food City and Champion Chevrolet, our game night sponsors. Thanks to all of you. For Casey Getz, I'm P.J. Johnson. Good night from Big Stone Gap.